Welcome to BVTV. It's the BCIB Premier League, powered by Moama Bowls Club. It's a round 13 match, and we're coming live from MCC Swinburne Avenue. It's MCC playing Deer Park, and the notes say this is an important match for both clubs. My name is Ottobre, the Education and Training Manager at Bowls Victoria. And joining me for the second time, so we must have done it right the first time, is Lloyd Iaccarino.
Good evening, Matty. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Look, well. The weather is beautiful down here at MCC. Come back to commentate this game with you, which is going to be an absolute classic. And what more could you ask for on your Friday night?
Well, look at the start we've got, Lloyd. Tim Croney, leading for Deer Park in the live stream rink.
Yep.
Has put two less than a mat width behind the jack. And I must have missed
You did.
our second for MCC, Samantha Robinson.
She beat them. In fact, I think we've got about 4 within a mat length there. One of them from MCC, which is the Yellow Bowler Sams, and the rest of them from the front end of Deer Park. So not a bad start from the players out there.
Well, I did say this is an important match for both clubs. The ladder says that Deer Park are only 1 point ahead of Bundy, and MCC are 1 point behind Clayton.
1 point behind?
Yes. So MCC looking to get into the 4, Deer Park looking to secure top 2.
Yep.
You want to go through the rinks tonight, Lloyd?
I would love to.
You're very good at this.
I would love to, Matt. I would love to. And we're going to start off with Deer Park. And I'll tell you why we're going to start off with Deer Park. Because this rink that we've got here today at MCC would be the best Premier Division rink I think I've ever seen in Melbourne. How about that, Matty, for a big call early?
Wow. That's a big call, but I think you're right.
Yep, well, we've got at the start, I'll tell you, we've got Tim Cromie. Now, Tim Cromie, dad of an absolute gun, 2 of Kobe and Tyson, but by no means lets himself down on the green. He is an outstanding player. You mentioned earlier to me, just off broadcast, a very, very simple and effective technique.
Yeah.
Played a lot of bowls in Premier Division as well.
And you might have seen him on at the Vic Open too, runner-up.
Yep. So he will be there all day, I reckon, for Deer Park, and a very experienced, very competent player. Playing second is none other than his youngest son. So we all know, we know Kobe quite well, under-18 state champion, absolute champion of the game already at his age, and will be, without doubt, playing for Australia at some stage, I'd say, Matty.
It's a big call, but I think you're right on the mark there, Lloyd.
Well, I know I've actually played a Premier Division game last year against him where he outled me easier than anyone else in the year. He was absolutely sensational. And then in the third position, we have Australian Commonwealth Games champion. We all know his resume. He's now the bowls coordinator at Deer Park, which is Mark Casey, of course.
I was saying to you, I've never seen Mark bowl, so I'm really looking forward to seeing Mark Casey.
Yeah, look, I've had the pleasure of kind of playing against him a number of times and seeing him play as well in BPLs, and he is as good as kind of his reputation states. And, of course, he's currently skipping in the stateside, so to have him as a third, you'd want to have a pretty good skip behind him, put it that way, Matty. And they do, to be honest.
Oh, I think that's, yes.
So, a man that's just put the bowl down there, who needs no introduction, growing up as a young bowler in Victoria, this guy has been for a long, long time the pinnacle of warm bowls. And that's, of course, Aaron Sheriff, still at the top of his game as well, Matty.
Very much so.
I think he's won something like the last 3 or 4 BPL MVPs. Obviously, such an effective player on every surface, and an absolute luxury to be playing here in Metropolitan Pennant here in Victoria.
What's the situation, Lloyd?
Look, it looks tight. I was just saying, I think maybe even Omar's last bowl could be shot, could it, Matty? Or is it the 2 MCC bowls?
I've got no idea. I've lost our normal screen that we see that to give an indication of...
it's gone missing.
Yeah, I think we might have to get Brad onto that. Oh, he's just pushed a button.
Yeah, you got to push the on button sometimes, Matt, see if that works. Here comes Omar now.
How's he looking, Lloyd?
Oh, he's got both of them.
Oh.
Matty, what a shot. What a shot too. So he must have been one down there, or a couple down, and he's played the conversion with his last to get 2 there, I think, for Deer Park to start.
What a start to this match.
Well, let me tell you something. That'll be the game. You know, all day, Omar will continue to convert. He plays those shots. I mean, he plays every shot with skill and execution, but particularly those little running shots, he doesn't miss, Matt. So we're in for a treat, and we've seen that early days. Then, of course, now we look at the MCC rink, as I'm sure Timmy will put this one right on. So we've got my mentor and I think one of the best minds in the game, bar none. Super experienced, very, very, very competent coach, and that's Russell Green Senior. He's a legend.
He is. I've had the privilege of playing against Senior.
Yep.
Actually, it was here, and I had him on toast early, and he ended up getting me late.
Yep.
I think we're holding a 7, and he got shot.
Well, here on cue, he's put a handy bowl in there. I think what we'll see from Senior, and I think, you know, for any bowlers getting ready to play tomorrow, Pennant tomorrow, is he's very, very disciplined. You know, he's not necessarily one that's going to put a resting touch on every end, but he'll continuously put bowls in good areas, and he's got such a skill at making sure his bowl's always in the game. So if you've got the chance, if you're a new lead, still learning the game, as often new bowlers do play lead early days, Matty, have a look at what Russell does today.
Yeah. Well, he's going to need to bring his A game because Tim, he's pretty much got 4 ticks if you're doing a scorecard.
That's it. And then the second here, coming now, just about to step onto the mat, is Sam Robinson. Sam, I would say, has one of the best techniques in the game. Very, very stable and solid. Very, very rhythmic. Very, very consistent. Her first game in the top side today. First game in Premier Division ever. So
yeah, I've got that in my notes. You're right.
Yeah, so she'll be a little bit nervous, but we saw on the first end, she's one of the type of players that doesn't take a backward step. She embraces all the challenges. Played in a number of finals in Vic Open, in regions, at Australian finals as well. I think she's a state champion, so she's a very, very competent player, and I think a really good addition to this MCC side.
I also see on the notes there she's also just won the Yarra Fours title.
Yep. So it shows you she's in good form, and I think that's one of the reasons why she's been selected today is because she's in good drawing form. And I think she played with Russell as well in the second side for a lot of the season. So they work well together as a partnership. And that front-end combination, being able to, I guess, complement each other's bowls, super, super important.
I might have to study her quite closely because I've actually got her in the mixed pairs on Sunday, Lloyd.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Of course, all the regions playing mixed pairs, or good luck to all the players. And Sam had a great shot there, just a bit stiff, I think, to ride on that bowl. Who are you playing with, Matty?
I'm playing with my partner, Laura.
Oh, my goodness. There's a divorce pairs, I think I've heard that call before.
Yeah. It normally happens about N5. We have a little bit of a blowout, Lloyd. We tend to get it back on track about N9.
As long as it gets back on track, that's the main thing. Now stepping on the mat now, Matt, you'll have to excuse me throughout this game because this man on the rink, playing third for MCC, is probably my favourite bowler in MCC, probably my favourite bowler in Victorian bowlers. I think he's an absolute legend.
And that would be Russell Green Jr.
Russell Green Jr. So we've got 2 Russell Greens. Here's a bit of an interesting story as Russell, I think he's just drawn second or third shot there.
going to be close. I think it might be third.
Might be third, but what it's done, it's widened the target. So a good shot there from Russell. Bit of an interesting bit of information for you, Matty, is that Russell Green Senior is actually Russell Green Junior. So Russell Green Junior is actually Russell Green the third. So you got senior, junior, and junior, junior. Did you get that?
No. As Jimmy would say, I need diagrams, Lloyd.
Well, we might keep it with junior and senior. But Russell, of course, won an Australian title with Dylan Fisher many, many years ago. He is my first point of call when it comes to Victorian bowlers for UBCs and BPLs and VBLs and everything that we've got in the shorter format, because he's very, very reliable. And he's a great matchup for Mark as well. You know, Mark's obviously super experienced.
I think Russ he's skipped it quite a few times this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, this is his second week, I believe, playing his third, which, you know, happens. I think what we're seeing, both these guys have such a range of skills that they can come back to third with ease and complement whoever's playing behind them.
Yep.
Here comes Omar now.
And both senior and junior are on the selection panel, I'm pretty sure, at MCC.
That's right. So senior's the chairman of selectors. First year doing it. He's obviously done it at a number of clubs over the years, but he's doing it this year. And junior's kind of the head selector for the top side here, if you like. But from what I'm told, it is a very... I guess they take on the advice from all the skips. So even though, you know, the selectors are certainly there, and, you know, it'd be interesting for any of the club members out there, the MCC top side, the skips have a real input into who plays in their rink. And I think that's probably a really good strategy if you are doing selection.
I totally agree with you. Rink reports from your skips are so important.
Now, just coming down there.
Oh, just missing too.
But he's got a good bowl behind him, you know, Matty, which is great. And by the way, Omar's super quick on the mat there too as well. I think we're going to have to keep on our toes here with him. I think he's not going to muck around. But Brett Layton, of course, skipping for MCC. Played third all of last season to J-By Norris, who's skipping for Deer Park. Oh, so he's playing Deer Park as a third today. But last year, Brett played three to Jay for the majority of the season. He's been known in Victorian bowls to be probably one of the best ever skips to play Premier Division.
Right.
Had a break for probably about the last 5 years. Used to play at Melbourne with the Greens. I was lucky enough to play with him a number of years ago, and he is an absolute star. They call him Cutter. I wonder if you can guess why.
Yeah, I've done my homework here. It's actually we've got two greenkeepers playing third and skip.
That's it, mate. So both of them greenkeepers and both of them extremely hard workers. You know, put in a lot of hours early in the morning, late at night, putting the effort into the greens. And Cutter and Junior, Cutter obviously the skipper today, both greenkeepers.
Yep. And we've also got two father and sons too.
Bit unusual, isn't it? I know.
Yeah.
I saw a post from Yarra Glen, who I think had 3 sets of Yarra Glen's the sons playing in different rinks. So it's actually quite nice to see, isn't it? Now, was that last end too, Matty? Do we know?
No, it's a one.
Was it one?
Yep. Great work with the intros. Let's settle into this, Lloyd.
So I guess the first question here, Matty, that probably the viewers want to know is how is this green running? There's been a lot of talk about it. How's it running?
Yeah, I had a good chat to a lot of the players in their practice. They're saying it's about 14 seconds. It looks a lot. So the MCC have done a big renovation here. Probably haven't done it for a while. Big laser level. So it's a little bit slower than it normally is at MCC. MCC will consistently get that 16 second and a lot of turn. A lot of the players did say, though, it's drawing really nicely.
Yeah, I think, as we know over Christmas, quite often a lot of groundkeepers do put the effort into to renovate when they've got the time. And what we're seeing is sand as well on the green. And typically, even on synthetic greens, when there's a lot of sand there, it does slow the pace down. And I think that's what's happened over Christmas. So typically in Melbourne we do see quicker greens on grass particularly, but I think today it is going to be a little bit sluggish. But I must admit, early days it does seem to have quite a nice draw.
Yep.
Certainly a little bit of pace out of it, but
The standard's been
the standard's,
spot on.
the standard's certainly telling us it's a good surface. It's probably our loosest end as well to start from the back end, so...
Kobe wants this to get down.
Well, already we're seeing quite an interesting head shape up. We've got 4 bowls there that have just finished a little bit short of the jack there from Deer Park's front end. Probably the first time as well in the game they've missed the 2 of them. So real chance here for Sam to get any jack movement, make those bowls look almost out of the game.
She was about 3 metres through on her first bowl.
Oh, I think
This
she's
is
got
close
it
to
too,
the
Maddie.
jack.
Oh, it's exactly
She's
what we
got
were
it.
saying. On cue.
Yeah, you picked it.
On cue. Well, see, now what we've done is the 4 front bowls are almost out of the game entirely. And there's super pressure here from Mark, who hasn't taken any time.
No, he's quick too. Looking for the cut down here. I tell you
He's
what.
certainly cut a lot out here, hasn't he?
Oh, he's got the jack.
Well, I thought the response from Omar there was brilliant, Hammer. And can I say, Maddie, it was brilliant.
Oh. Do you think the green will slow down a little bit as we go along, Lloyd?
Well, typically on a night time, the green always slows. And a grass green at night time, it always slows down. But I think what you and I both picked up very, very early is there is a lot of heat in the day still. And I'm going to guess that it's going to stay quite warm for quite some time. So no doubt when it starts to drop in temperature, it will certainly will drop in speed. But I think it's not going to be for quite some time, Maddie.
Yeah, I think we're still sitting at about 26 at the moment. It's 2 great bowls from Mark.
Yeah, just from what Sam was able to put them in such a dominant position, Mark's kind of got them right back into this end, which is what we're going to see today, Maddie.
Yeah.
And I will say, Maddie, we sit here in Hawthorn, where we're a footy kick, a drop punt away from Glenferrie Road. I know on the corner there, Santoni's Pizza. It's a lovely, lovely feed. Why not on this beautiful Friday night, come down to MCC, watch some bowls, enjoy the sun, and make the most of Friday night Premier Division, which we love, Matt.
Yeah, we do. I can see quite a few of the Auburn bowlers have come down.
Of course, to support Brendan Gallagher.
Brendo.
Yeah.
We will apologise at times if the scoreboards are not correct. Lloyd is taken on the task tonight. He owes me from last time.
It's a bit stiff here because you've got to do the ends manually as well, I think.
What the viewers probably don't realise is we've got the sun just coming straight at us, Lloyd, haven't we?
We do.
We've probably got it for another hour or so.
I think we've fixed it though, Matt.
Well, knowing your skill set, Lloyd.
How about that?
How's Cutter looking?
He's interested. He looks very interested,
Calls
Matty.
of Cutter. Needs to run a little bit more.
I think he's drawn the shot. Yep, a clap from the 2 Russells.
Yeah, Mark signals one down.
There you go. I'll tell you what a start. And then, of course, the last time these 2 teams played, Matty, we had a bit of a surprise result, if you like, down at Deer Park.
Yeah, no fly-ins that time. And MCC got 18 points. Pretty rare to see that in Premier League, isn't it?
Very, very rare. Particularly on an away venue to pick up 18 points is almost unheard of.
Yep. 56 to 87.
Wow. Just shows you that the level of competition is very, very tight, even though MCC's sitting 5th. You know, there's not much between these sides, but with being that said, having Omar and Bester and Ingham coming in and playing is certainly a different Deer Park side, if you like. And Brett's just missed there, so I think he's picked up 1. And on the board, Matty.
They are. Great bowl by Case, wasn't it? His first one, just to cut it down.
Yeah, I think
front end didn't go to plan.
That's the perfect third, isn't it?
Correct.
I think we'll see as well, you know, I think at club level quite often we fall in love with skipping, and I think we'll see the importance of a really, really solid third as we have a bit of a tactical change here. Matt, have you noticed that from the Leighton rink?
Yeah, I saw that. I think they would have had a plan going in, what sort of jack length they would go when they won the map.
Beautiful speed there from Russell. Certainly he's not going to be out of use as we saw last end. I think the jack will move quite a bit in tonight's game. Just the nature of the speed of the green, the lines that we're looking at, I think we're going to see quite a bit of jack movement.
What jack length are we looking at, Lloyd? Close to what? Just over minimum, maybe 23 metres?
I'd say 23 metres is pretty close, Matty. So Russell's corrected
great
his speed
correction there
beautifully,
from Senior.
See what Tim's response can do. Just a little bit overweight, but coming to another good home there. I think interesting lesson there from the last end where he's dropped short. So change of length. Probably really, really wanted to get those bowls past and overplayed them fractionally, but in a really, really good home, and expect his son to come in and put a couple of close ones in, yeah.
Well, this length's caught a couple of them, Lloyd. Sam, probably a good nearly 3 metres through.
And you see that a little bit early days in games as well, don't you? I mean, that kind of really drastic change of length, and it takes a couple of ends to kind of get used to all lengths of the greens, of course. Beautiful shot there from...
yeah, metre over and just got that gap.
Yeah. But different lengths of the green have slightly different lines as well, Matty. You know, sometimes I think even in MCC there's a little bit of different grass cover across the green, so it might be running slightly quicker on the shorter lengths. One direction might be going slightly quicker. There's no real breeze, but it is all about correction, Matt.
Yep, well, Sam's done that.
Me too, I think.
Yep. Kobe will be looking for that mat off. Can afford to be a little bit wider too.
We've had our first real event of the game. I think Ryan Tainton has just picked up a 6 against Michael Wilson. So a dream start for Deer Park and Ryan Tainton over there.
Ball there from Russ.
So here comes Hammer on this side closest to us here in the commentary. His forehand going away from Glenferrie Road is typically the harder hand to play. Very, very tricky line if you just get slightly outside it. Holds up a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what Russell does here. I think he's going to switch. So
the side Russ is playing now, you're saying it's a bit tighter?
Yeah, I think probably more so than tighter, there's a little bit of a hold. So right. They are a couple of rinks away from the ditch, but I think if you just get slightly outside of the line, it will just hold. So
Oh,
Well,
just
he's
get in
put a
there.
Perfect weight, hasn't he? Yeah.
He did.
I reckon if it hadn't hit it, see, it would have just held nicely. So that was that little bit of green variation. And that's that. Probably because of that little hold, Matty, when you
Just
do
went a
pinch
bit
that
narrow on
line,
it.
yeah, it really swings quite early.
Yeah, that was great weight too, only a metre over.
Well, this is probably the first. Well, obviously the first end was a test. I think he changed it over from 2 down to 1 up. But certainly, again, Omar's under a little bit of trouble here. I think he might be 2 or 3 down, Matty.
I reckon could be 4.
4, you reckon? Both Sam and Senior's bowling, you reckon?
Yeah. Well, I reckon Kobe's probably the closest.
So I think the objective here for Cutter will be to not increase this target.
Just sit behind.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll look to maybe even move Russell's bowl off the wing there.
Or sit right in front.
Tell you what, I think he's in the count as well. It's a pretty handy shot. Some real pressure here for Omar. Looks like he's going to play a forehand runner, I think, Matty. Just over the draw.
It's only just over.
It is a draw, I think.
It is. Oh, and he's hit Mark Casey's bowl.
It's probably could
May
have cut a couple
the
out.
back ones
Yeah.
out. It might be only 2.
Tell you
maybe
what, though,
3.
I think it was close. You know, I think Cutter's going to try and follow that down and try and cut off that angle. Because I think if he hadn't missed that, he might have been really, really close to that. Looks like he's got a great speed here, Matty.
Excellent speed. Oh,
He's done it well. So we'll see if he goes a little bit more firmer here, Omar, whether he's just going to play this draw.
no, it's the same bowl.
He likes it.
Looking to do it all on draw. Well, 3.
Yeah, very strong in there from MCC. Good comeback from, a good start from Deer Park. It was 3.
So Australia Day, Lloyd, tell me, what'd you do? Did Brighton have a big tournament?
We didn't have a big tournament. But we opened up the club for the members just to come down and have a few drinks. Had a few people at training, which was great. But nothing much other than just a nice, relaxing day at the club for at the Blue Devils Den. What about yourself, Matty?
Well, we actually hosted our annual, or second version of it, our Rolling Fours tournament.
Rolling Fours?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you roll the players down, or how does that work?
Well, it's rolling because you only play 2 ends, up and back, and then you move to the next rink, and you play everyone in the competition.
Wow, all right. That's a bit different.
So it's a little bit like skins.
So was that you create that tournament, Matty, or?
I'd like to claim that format, but no. Roger Deadman, our
On your Rog.
event manager. So we're in that 23 metres again, I reckon, Lloyd.
Good looking shot here from
This
Sam,
is a
Matty.
great bowl from Sam.
Yeah, she's.
Hope she doesn't do this on Sunday.
It's the worst thing you can have when you're commentating on the Friday night against your opponent and she has an absolute blinder, Maddie.
Well, that's okay. That means she's due for a big one. Oh, great reply here from Cobes.
He's a champion, isn't he? He is an absolute champion.
Just a pat on the back from Mark Casey there.
And Kobe's going to learn so much from Mark really this year. I mean, I think he played with him last year as well, if I recall. So he's couldn't have a better idol as well. I think they're both left-handers too, if I'm not wrong. Matt?
I think you're right. And I think he's played most of the games with Aaron.
Sam's giving it she's having a good look at this, Maddie.
Oh, that's a good effort.
Played a beautiful speed, didn't it? Really gave, if it missed, it had such a good finish. Very disciplined bowls, which is pleasing to see. And another move here, Maddie, while no one was watching, Ryan Bester says, look, I'm one of the premier bowlers in the world. Not sure about this 5-0 start that I'm giving up, so I'll just pick up a 4. And we'll start again, nice and even.
Looking to play the same shot as what Samantha was asked to play, Lloyd. How's he looking?
Just a fraction over the weight there, but in a pretty good home. I think what we're going to see in this game, Matty, certainly from what it seems like early ends and certainly knowing the way these guys play, Cutter and Junior probably a little bit more conservative in the way that they play. And Omar and Hammer, I think, will be quite aggressive. So he puts a good bowl in there.
It's 2 to Deer Park.
So it'd be quite nice to see the two differentiating styles between the players. Not to say that all these guys can't, as we saw last end, Omar with the draw, and Cutter certainly has a beautiful drive. But I think Junior in particular prefers to just play that nice touch game as we see right now. Jordan's second shot.
We are in store for a great game, Lloyd.
Well, where else would you want to be?
No. As we said, get down here.
Get down.
What a beautiful night we've got.
Very, very hot day tomorrow, so bring your water bottle. Here comes Hammer. And tomorrow when you're on the mat, just recall how these guys are playing, and you can't lose, Matt.
We've got some scores coming in, Lloyd. We probably didn't mention that there's 2 other matches on tonight.
Is that right?
Yeah, there is. There's the Yarraville Footscray Altona match.
Yep.
Which is another important one. Only 9 points between those 2 teams.
And they're just below MCC as well?
They are, yes.
Okay.
So it's like that, keep within that top 4 chase.
Here comes Cutter with speed. Oh, it's a beautiful shot. I think he's a bit unlucky there, yes. It's Kobe out there on the wing. So, great shot. Bit unfortunate. And then who was the other one, Matty?
And the other one is Clayton Mentone.
Clayton,
and that's
okay.
at Mentone.
So Clayton, who are 1 point ahead of MCC, is that right?
They are. Sitting in 4th position, MCC 5th. I'm glad we did all our homework, Lloyd.
Very. I tell you what, you've heard of Bruce McAvaney before, but have you heard of Matty O. McAvaney?
Matty O. McAvaney. I like it. It's got a good ring to it.
Well, I was thinking about it before I came. We probably, now that we're seasoned veterans on the live stream, we probably need a name. I'm thinking like Lloyd and Matty O, a bit like Kyle and Jackie O, or Dennis Committee, and I don't know.
You've got too much time on your hands, Lloyd. Way too much time.
Interesting. How many seconds have they picked up there, Matt? Is there a chance that he can play this ball through?
I reckon they might have 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's playing. He's going to the bowl.
It's a good call. Just missed the jack.
Jack would have been good too, so opportunity here, Omar, early to add another one.
This is what good skips do, Lloyd. They add. when they got the opportunity. Has he added it?
I think he has. Oh. Man, he just wanted to stay. Yep, there's a
2.
thumb up, so 2 by the look of it. So on cue, he's added. And probably just stopped a little bit of that momentum as well that was going the other way, so...
So the score for Yarraville and Altona after 25 ends, so I think they started that game at 6 p.m.
Yep.
Is Yarraville 40, Altona 15.
Yarraville 40?
Yep.
Wow.
And that's been played at Yarraville.
Okay, so clearly that home ground advantage, making the most of it down at Yarraville.
Yeah, it's a big game for both of those clubs.
Yeah, it'd be a good one to keep an eye on, I think, because you
So-
expect Altona to come back.
We will talk about live scoring a little bit later on, but this is why we need our competitors to score so we can see what's happening in those rinks.
MCC here now have made their first comeback with, I think, Willow picking up a 4 over there. So looks to me like they've slightly closed the gap over there, which is important because that was getting a little bit out of hand early. Russell again, technically very, very simple in his delivery. Body very still, very compact. The release, I know Russell spends a lot of time on perfecting that release, and I think for any new bowler learning the game, getting the ball out on the running surface is probably the secret to success.
Hasn't taken him long to switch onto this weight, has it, Lloyd?
No, not at all.
Talk about deliberate. How deliberate Sam's delivery?
You probably won't see someone more so. Pre-delivery routine exactly the same.
Yep. Starts
Trains
with
very
her
hard.
preferred foot to get her line. Tell you what, she's got shot there.
She has. It's a beautiful shot, and an opportunity here now, I think, for maybe a bit of revenge from the Deer Park front end for a bit of a trail of the jack.
Let's see if Copes can get it. He's close.
Oh, he's played it brilliantly. Oh,
Oh,
what a
tell you
great
I think he
shot.
might have shot.
I think he has too.
Last ball, you jack, Sam. Something real simple, mate. Wait first.
Probably key more so for Sam as a second to play that role, making sure she gets a bowl pass and giving the back end an opportunity to play a shot.
Yeah.
She looks like she's probably just a bit shy of weight. Beautiful track.
I would predict that Sam has a game plan. Knowing Lockie Ty, her partner, who's really big on game plans.
Well, you can clearly see what they're trying to do there. I think Hannah's just fractionally knocked them out, but sometimes in the game of bowls, you don't want to get that shot too early. And
Yep, so it's back to Sam's bowler's shot.
I think they're in a very, very strong position here, Deer Park. Any jack movement with the accuracy of the three bowls that are to come,
So what's
he's got to get one past, I
he
think.
does? I mean, he's got a match mark Casey's bowl. It's a great effort.
Yeah.
There you go. On call.
That's that discipline that I spoke about earlier that we'll see today is when they need to put a bowl somewhere, these guys aren't going to miss. So we'll see how it plays out in terms of when one side errors, how well the opposition capitalises.
I reckon Russell Jr. here is going to look to just get behind that jack, Lloyd. His weight was spot on.
he's actually gone a bit deeper here, Matty. I think he might be looking at even a little bit further on.
Oh, he sat that perfectly.
Yeah, it's probably a bit stiff there. I think we will see some serious pace here from Omar. I don't think he'll muck around. He's got the 2 back bowls. I think you can see the jack straight down. I wouldn't be surprised whether he does play quite quick at this, Matty.
What, through that gap, Lloyd?
Oh, well, he's skilled enough to do that. We know that.
I didn't even know there was a gap there. Glad Brad turned on our screen.
There is a bit of glare out there, I must admit.
Just need that sun to go away.
Yeah, so he's going big for the
spot on
jack.
again, Lloyd, here.
Oh,
Very good.
it's only
One
one,
down.
but it's a much better one because I think all the bowls that he's cleared have actually gone either sideways or out of bounds. So they still hold the 3 backest, I think, Matty, which means...
He's going to try and get the jack back.
Well, now he's got 2 options, hasn't he? He can either get that jack back, or if he gets Russell's bowl, he's still got 2 or 3. So a bit of one of these ones as a skipper. Which way do you go? Do you go to cover the jack, or do you go to cover if he gets the bowl? You can't cover both, but he's got 2 pills left. I think he might try and put another one in here, Matty.
It's always attack or defend, isn't it, Lloyd?
Yeah, he's gone just to add a second shot, so he's not going to want this anywhere near Russell's first one. He's going to want nice clearance that doesn't give Omar to get both out.
Oh, he's got shot.
So there's definitely, we'll see another running shot here. He's going to look for the jack. Cutter started very well in this game. No,
It's just over draw again.
oh, he's definitely got pace on it, but not as big as last time.
Needs it to get down. It's
I
close.
love it. Oh, couldn't get much closer than that, I tell you, Matty. It's a,
Somebody want to touch the jack or not?
So what are we looking at? 2 at the moment?
it's definitely 2. The question there Cutter asked was, do I want to touch the jack or not? So most, I guess, bowlers would look at that and say, hey, he's got 2 Russell bowls there, trails the jack, he picks up 4. However, overplaying that could take a couple out. I think he's going to play a nice, safe line.
I think this is where you go wider and you get on draw and you
Well, absolutely. He's even
Yeah,
looking
and-
at the other side. You know, I think he is aware that.
probably looking to beat Kobe's bowl, which is
Correct.
probably a map behind.
This is where, you know, I said this is a real treat for us. So obviously, Omar is one of the best skips Australia's ever seen. His skill set and his way of reading the head, as well as Cutter, plays a very disciplined game. Doesn't give too many shots away. Very, very cautious, but also clever with the way that he constructs his head. So see if he can really put a dagger in the heart early. Matty, oh, he loves
Tell
it.
you what, needs
Oh,
to.
it's
Oh, it's a
outstanding.
great bowl.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
It's a 3.
3.
Don't wait, mate. Get onto the wide underneath for the jack.
So I didn't finish my chat about the rolling fours, Lloyd.
Yes, we got distracted.
We did.
There's a
We
game
got
of bowls
caught up in
going
his
on.
bowls.
What's going on there?
Oh, no.
So everyone plays everyone,
Yep.
up and back.
Yep.
You roll one way or the other. Once your the cards obviously all worked out. And yeah, just based on how many games you win, there's a lot of ties. Yeah, really good format. It's a bit of a leads game to get on early because it's only 2 ends.
Yep.
But you've you've got to work as a back end to get the win.
Yes, drop it. Great start, back up. Great start, mate. Up, mate. Well done. Well done, buddy. Come on, Sage.
I think innovation in bowls is so important right now, as Russell Green Senior. It's an absolute screamer on to start here, Matty.
Well, he's already done that. He's looking to add with his next one.
Yes. Well, this is where I spoke about Russell's discipline. This will be behind the jack. I can guarantee you he will be behind the jack. He's so good at these types of moments as both a front-end player and a back-end player. Very, very reliable.
So you know him very well, don't you?
I do.
I tell you what, Tim will be pretty disappointed. He's struggled a little bit this way, hasn't he? Those, 2 metre short bowls.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's to be expected. This MCC green, as an away lead in particular, is quite hard to play.
That's a great correction.
He's just gone bang.
He's like, I'm not putting that one short again.
Well, I think that's what we'll see. I think once he gets used to the speed and the lines that are a little bit varying, he'll have a very important part to play. Love that call by Cutter there. Thought that was a really, really nice call there, asking for the ball on the high side, giving it a chance, looking at the process so much more important than the result.
Tell you what, for her first game in Prem, she started very well, isn't she?
Oh, look, I tell you what, I would have picked it because she does not take a backward step. She's fearless, and as you said, she just goes through her process and isn't afraid at all about what's going on around it. Just executes what she needs to execute. Now, I'll tell you something, Matty, whilst we were talking again.
Tell me.
Willow and Ryan Tatum, I think they're playing games over there. So after a big start from Ryan, I think he got a 6. Willow's responded with 2 4s. So, a 4 and a 3.
Talking about
No, 4
Willow,
and a
I think he just won the over 60 singles the other day.
Did he? So he's in form.
Well, he said, I'm only a young over 60, I've just started. Was his comment. Thanks, Matty Hull, for the compliment on the live stream.
It's
we
actually
do our best to bring the best product we can.
It's great to have it, isn't it? I know there's a lot of
Makes it easy
people.
when the bowls are this good, Lloyd.
Just make it easy, doesn't it?
Mm.
And it's a pleasure to share it with so many bowlers who are getting ready to play Pennant tomorrow. And
Talking about playing tomorrow,
yes,
I hope there's a lot of games starting early.
we've organised it. We're going down to Burwood, the Blue Devils. We're going down to Burwood, and we'll be starting at 10:30. And even at 10:30, I think it'll be quite hot. And talking about hot, Snorkel, Pearce against Brendan Gallagher is on fire. He's drawing shots for fun over there. Mattio's just signing autographs at the moment. Junior looking to get a second one in here. Just turned a little bit earlier, I think, than he was wanting it to. Wasn't far at all. Very difficult head for Casey to play at. Matty, what do you think he's going to do here? It looks like it's just going to be a draw, but a tough head to kind of play at.
Sorry, I just got the greatest venue manager, Ian Smithy, just needed to talk to me.
We'll let it go, but just don't let it happen again if we
Okay,
can.
sorry, Lloyd. I'll tell you what he's going to do. I think he's going to draw it, Lloyd.
Yeah, it's a very
Just
good
hung
shot,
that little
isn't
bit.
it?
You mentioned that side.
Had to be so careful because, as I said, we do see that hold out there, and of course any jack movement there is probably not going to be great because it's going to expose that white bowl and possibly move it over to Russell. So it's such a tough line to play. I'm not sure if Hammer could have played that much better than he did.
Oh, we're looking at what? A mat width through?
Well, that's right, yeah.
If that.
Junior's switching hands, and I think he's going to try and use the advantage of a bit of turn to his favour. What's the look of it, mate? It's his pace
Needs
there.
to be spot on with the weight.
Yeah, it was a beautiful speed, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
we just spoke about the difficulty of playing that
That side.
yard over on that side. Is it going to hold? Is it going to turn quickly? Okay, I still think it's only one for Deer Park. Cutter having a look at the... Well, he's having a look at the other side here, I think. Is there an angle off the blue bowl, perhaps? It seems like a tough shot, Matty. Question here we're asking, you know, does he keep playing that trail? He's wasted now, you know, Sam had a go at it, Junior's had 2 goes at it. Does he keep trying to execute that shot, or does he look at another option? You know, how many bowls are they going to waste playing on this hard one, hoping to get that ultimate result?
Well, he's playing his backhand. He's playing the side that you're talking about, Lloyd. Can he get on that jack?
It's that hold, that with a little bit of extra pace we spoke about.
And you're right, you saw Russell Green Jr.'s bowl just go under the right pace. Well, I'll tell you, someone who doesn't have a problem playing it.
Well, I'll tell you, when you're the best player in the game, there's no hold there for anyone. How about that?
That's how you play it.
Oh, that is outstanding.
That is amazing.
I don't think we can
We're just talking about how hard it is to
difficulty.
play it. And he's probably been a second on the mat and he's just lobbed it in there.
That's why Friday Night Premier Bowls is the best, Matty, because it's not every day you get to see shots like that. You know, I mean, that was all time. I think it might force Cutter, who's having a lot of time thinking about this. Again, we spoke about the differing sides, the differing styles. So Cutter and Junior are a lot more time taken for shot selection, a lot more deliberate on the mat, whereas Omar's very quick to make his decisions, very quick to play, and so is Hammer. So Cutter's had a real look at this. I think he's saying pace through the front one, Matty.
He's looking to get Sam's bowl up. He doesn't want the jack going too far back because that's Case's 2 bowls there.
I think his first one is the backest, perhaps. So
he's having a run.
Having a look at it.
Oh. He hit the ball he wanted to hit.
Oh, he just heard that little call of hang there from Cutter, and it was just meaning that that bowl was not going to hit the right angle. But I mean, you couldn't play it much better, could you?
Well, let's see if
he likes
the great
it,
man
Matty.
can put another one in.
He likes it.
Does he?
Oh, that is outstanding. That is outstanding.
Wowee.
Well,
we've just seen how hard it is to play that.
ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
welcome to Friday Night Premier Division Bowls. You see the best in the world strutting his stuff, and they've gone ditch to ditch, Matty.
Okay, so clear strategies here. MCC want that minimum. I agree, Casper John. Crazy good.
Coming forward, mate. You see, we're only just down now. See how close you can get to it.
So, couldn't have asked for a better start in this game as well. You've got 24-26 on the big board after 25 ends. Be interesting to see how this game now ebbs and flows in the middle part. Does Deer Park now, the away side, start to really move? Can MCC use the knowledge of the green to hold out?
Tim's just jumped on this tee-to-tee length.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on,
Where
doesn't it?
Senior's been, he's 2 metres short.
Just fractionally short again, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good chance here from Cobes. A lot about situational awareness in the game. When Omar puts 2 bowls within a couple of inches and then says, I want it ditch to ditch, and Tim puts it on tee and then puts 2 within that length.
Kobe just gets behind.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Great bowl, Cobes.
It's exactly what you want to do as a front end to support your skipper.
Big bowl here for Sam.
That's 18 inches behind the jack. Get down. Mate. Get to that. Good, mate. Let's go, buddy. Come on, Nicholas. Pushed him right behind the jack.
Certainly given this a chance, which she had to, Maddie.
Oh, just through.
Yeah, I think objective number 1 was to get that bowl pass.
Yep.
Yeah. Now she can try and make the correction.
Yeah, mate. Go. Yep. I just want you to play the swinger. Yeah. Yep. Not necessarily losing the ball, but just make that in now, mate. Only a metre, mate. That's all. Something similar.
We're nearly losing that sun, Lloyd. I can't wait for
It's
that.
slowly going, Maddie. And I tell you what, the weather's still beautiful, so...
Oh, it is, and the lights are just starting to come on.
That's it. Go.
If you're in the neighbourhood, get down to Swinburne Avenue.
You would be crazy
Hawthorne.
not to. You would be crazy.
4 feet to the blue.
Pop into the local pizza place. Pop into MCC.
You haven't got shares in Santoni, have you?
Oh, I tell you what, it's my favourite place. I hope if they're listening, which they probably are, I'm sure they're very big supporters
They're big
of bowls.
fans of the BCIB.
They would
Premier
love
League,
Friday night. Yeah. But yeah, pop in, get a pizza, and there's some nice seats on either side, and watch the best of the best play, Matty.
We're seeing a real show at the moment.
Switch over there, mate. You just draw into that. Yeah. So see, just arrive into there, mate. Come on, buddy.
Should talk as well, obviously across Deer Park side in particular, plethora of outstanding Australian and state representatives, but one that really interests me is the coach of Deer Park, Nathan Bush, playing second over there to Ryan Bester.
Yeah, I saw that in the lineup.
I actually love it, Matty. I think we all get obsessed with the coach and the best players playing skip, and that's how it has to be done.
Yep.
The fact that Nathan can play in second, which is as crucial a position as any, and still lead the side, and the way he does it. I mean, he's a state singles champion, a state champion, but he does it so well.
Talking about doing so well, he needs to run a little bit more.
Nice, mate. Stop, Andy. There he is, mate. Beat the wing, you're in. What a shot, mate.
Cut out maybe 1 there from the count.
Right. It's probably a few, actually.
I think that back one, not quite sure whether the back one on the wing beats it.
I think Mark's taken that metre off really well.
Close for second, mate. Sneak past yours.
Close for second was the call, so really nice call from Cutter there, saying close from second. So you weren't far away, beat your own, and you'll put us in a really strong position.
That's what he needs a map more.
Yeah, he's hurrying it along.
Stalking it a little bit.
He likes the speed, I think. No,
it's going to duck. Brad Campbell watching from Tokyo.
From Tokyo?
They must have word out about how good of a game we've got tonight.
They've heard.
They've heard about it.
Heard the first 5 ends and heard about what Omar's doing and heard about Cutter drawing within inches, and they said, I don't care where I am in the world, yep. I'm logging in and I'm watching. So a little bit of an interesting knowledge about the green here. Typically at MCC, going in this direction, it does run a little bit slower. Now, I don't know whether that's a lot to do with the way the wind works here or whether it's just the nature of the grass. Typically, it is a little bit slower, and we've seen a couple of bowls drop short that suggests that that's happening. Cutter is just going to try and draw this. Ditch to ditch. He's not far away,
Oh,
Matty.
he's got great pace.
Could be second though, Matt.
I think he has got second there, Lloyd.
Oh, yeah, it seemed to have a beautiful pace there, Omar. Just needed to clear that bowl, but
Well, it's really just a mat off and you get shot here, Lloyd. Can he do it, Lloyd?
I'm going to back him in, Matty. I
Okay.
think that first one was a foot over what he wanted. Well, I think he corrected the speed so well, but just cut the line a little bit.
Well, Lloyd, I'm extremely happy to see that sun go.
Stayed with us for a while.
It did. It was right in our eyes. Now we can settle into this cracky match. There's been a few questions of why isn't Jimmy on tonight? I know everyone loves Jimmy's commentary. He's actually been quite unwell, Lloyd. Did you know that?
I did.
Yep. He's a bit of a tooth ache or infection. So we wish him all the best.
Nothing worse, I think, than a bit of a
Oh, yeah.
issue with the teeth.
Just Tim's missed that. This way again, Lloyd.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, I think that variation in pace from one direction to the other
And
makes it very difficult.
Pretty
for
much the
Russell.
whole green is losing the sun too,
Yeah,
which we can't see. Well,
we will.
maybe it's just all slowed up a little bit.
I think it will. I think it is. The temperature definitely has dropped, Matty, as well. So I think we will start to see it slow down just a fraction. See which team can correct the best.
I'll get one from my car. Ah, cheers.
Struggling a little bit with this change of length. I think Matty's spot on when he says that the green might have just slowed up a fraction. So important shot here from Sam. If she can nail this jack, puts a lot of pressure on Deer Park's back end. No, so same for Kobe. Real opportunity here. Yeah, gave it a nice chance. Still waiting for that one on this end that's really going to apply pressure. Sam on this forehand side, which isn't easy, but the backhand side very, very congested, so just dropping short again, I think. So big chance here for Hammer to put a dagger into the heart of the opposition. Okay. Well, even at this standard, ladies and gentlemen, they are human on a changing green. Even the best of the best have bad bowls. So, lesson learned tomorrow. When you're playing in your pennant competition, or whenever you're playing in your competition, everyone puts a bad bowl down. The ability to move on to your next one is super important. And Russell Green Jr. has played an absolute corker, Matty. The degree of difficulty. Bowls in the way. Unbelievable. Hammer looking to play this bowl with weight. Oh, he got it clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle. Even on the bad ends, there's things happening in this game, Matty. That's what I love about it. Even on the ends when the standard's not quite up to what we expect, there's things happening. Junior draws the shot. Hammer takes it out. What's Junior going to do this time? Cutter is very interested, and the track looks outstanding.
Oh, he's going to put it straight back, Lloyd, I think.
Oh, he's certainly second. But sometimes that's good enough. As we saw, Omar calling Hammer on that aggressive shot. I think it's still one to Deer Park, but it now means that Cutter can play weight through this shot. So, really clever skipping by Omar. As soon as Junior got that one in, said, don't worry about the draw, it's tough. Let's get through that bowl. Was effective. Cutter, I presume, will play the same tactics if Omar doesn't get this one in there. It's just got a little bit of weight on this, Matty. Wow. I think Omar's looking at that junior bowl potentially for a number. The backhand shot he was playing, so Cutter clearly needing to try and get another one in here. Likes the track. Yep. Two down. So tough shot here for Cutter. He's going to try and draw. I think he's looking at whether there's any other angles to try and get a result here. It's a tough draw shot. big moment in the game here, Matty. Can Cutter draw this shot? And what has been a loose end from MCC, there's no doubt about it.
Oh, he needs it to miss.
It
Or it
has
has.
missed. I think he's got it. Needs
Got
to
it?
go one more. Yep,
He's
there's
done it.
gaps. Yep, I think he has. Well, it was a tough end for all players. And Cutter being able to draw that shot could be a very important moment of this match, Matty.
Sorry, I missed pretty much most of that end, Lloyd.
You did. It was exciting.
I had to get a cord, I had to fix this and fix that.
You're doing a good job.
I still haven't finished my rolling fours, Chad. Either.
Yes, all right. We better finish that
There's
now.
one more element to the
Okay.
rolling fours.
Yep, I'm with you.
If you kill the end,
Yep.
it doesn't. There's no respot.
No race spot. Yep.
The opposition lead
Yep.
gets to roll the jack,
Oh, that's awesome.
and they've got to get past 2 bowls,
Okay.
so they can't roll it short. It has to go past 2 bowls.
Has to go past 2 bowls of the ones that are already there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure that would have tricked a few players.
So we killed the jack, and we needed to. Got the opposition lead, only got past 1 bowl, so we got the jack back. And my lead threw it right in the middle of 4 of theirs.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So tell you what, you'd want someone who can roll the jack pretty well, wouldn't you? If you got to kill ends, that is.
I thought it was a good little
Nah, I love it.
element. It sort of puts how important jack rolling is.
Well, and it is. You know, we're even seeing in this game now, I think Omar's gone away from the maximum end. More of a kind of 3/4, I'd say, Matty, would you? Kind of end of line to end of line type thing.
Yeah, definitely 3/4.
And that might just be with a bit of, as we said, the temperature has dropped a couple of degrees, so the green naturally would probably start to slow down.
And some greens will roll quicker one way than the other.
Yeah, correct. And that's definitely true here at MCC. This way
So the
it's
way they're
definitely
going
a slow
now, I
way.
think, is quite quick.
No,
When
no.
they,
I think it's the slow way, yeah.
Really?
Good shot from Sam, yeah.
We've seen a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
short bowls the other way, Lloyd.
That's because it's they're trying to overcorrect, probably, Matty.
We're going to have a debate about this.
We're going to have
I
a debate
reckon.
all day.
How long were you here for, Lloyd?
Oh, it's just 1 year, to
1
be
year.
honest. So great
Oh,
shot here
Kobe.
from Kobe. Oh, that's a ripper.
It's a cracker.
At 2 feet, mate. You turn yours, touch the shot ball. Good shot. Give yourself a chance, mate. A couple of feet on your last.
Oh, a bit stiff there. Played a beautiful speed, didn't she, really? Not in a bad position there, though. That does, if I think that bowl gets touched from Kobe, that
That's
Sam
where the
bowl,
jack's going. Yep,
yeah,
you're
it's
right.
a strong position. No, 2 absolutely outstanding bowls there from Kobe. Really nice call there from Cutter. Simply saying, try and turn Sam. Give a better angle to the jack. Move her in for second shot. Obviously, if he aims for Sam's bowl and misses, he's going to get the ultimate. And he likes it, Matty. He likes
Sure?
it big time.
Oh, it's a great bowl.
Oh, just a little bit of turn, but again, widens the target. Be very, very happy with that bowl, I think, Matt. He's almost played that perfectly, hasn't he? But it's... See what they're doing there? They're trying to get some movement through that white one over the jack. Just behind the head there, it is all
Yeah.
working for Deer Park. Obviously a little bit too deep there as seniors, but certainly the pace that he was playing through the white bowl will take a bit of weight off so the jack wouldn't move as far. He's almost played that bowl to absolute perfection, Matt.
So it just has to be a similar bowl here, I think, for Russ. Get down on that jack a little bit.
I like to see him play a little bit quicker, I think. You know, if he plays a couple of feet over, get to the good spot if it misses that Omar's trying to create, and in turn, any contact onto his now will push the bowl out of the head rather than kind of just linger it in there. So see if he plays this a little bit more positively. He's giving it another good look. Still shy, slightly shy on weight.
Jack. Yeah. Wow.
Well, there goes that shot I think they were playing though. So even though it hasn't quite got the result, I think it has changed it. So yeah, so Omar there just saying
draw it,
draw the shot, get another one in there. That little cannon that they set up.
It's gone now. If you can get under Russ's bowl.
Well, his speed looks outstanding. Oh, what a shot. Oh.
Yeah, what a bowl.
Actually a little bit tricky there because it was falling over, I thought, on the turn and just held up a fraction. Otherwise, I think it would be in the count.
A lot of discussion here from Brett Layton and Russell Green Jr. Real team, aren't they, Lloyd?
They are. You know, they've played with each other for so long. They know each other. They're great mates off the green, which you know is important.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
But more so, I think they just have absolute respect for each other. They have fun. You know, I think sometimes it can get a little bit lost in bowls. They're both very serious, but they have fun. Brett's probably one of the funniest people I've ever met. I think the question that probably the two guys were talking about there is how much weight. Yard behind the jack is all against MCC, so I think we'll see Omar trying to move that jack a little bit down the line. He likes it.
Yeah, he's chasing it. He's chasing it.
Telling
it to get down.
Oh, such an effort. But it's still there. You know, that jack, I think, down the line, if they can get it off juniors, brings maybe another 3 or 4 in, Matty.
Don't know if I'm seeing the same thing you are, Lloyd.
I think it's just that yard behind the jack. So maybe not even a yard, maybe just a foot behind the jack. If they trail that, I think it's going to bring in another 3 or 4.
I think that's all Deer Park there.
That's all Deer Park. That's what I'm saying for Omar.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's what he was trying to do. I think Cutter's obviously trying to stop that from
trying
happening.
to get down and stop it. Close the door. He's stalking it.
He's close.
Oh, it's a great bowl.
Oh.
Might even be shot. No.
Still, I don't think the shot's changing here for Omar. I think he's still going to try and move that jack a foot or 2.
Yeah.
Trying to pick up a number here.
Back to Tim's bowl and Case's bowl.
Yeah, I mean, if he can play it perfectly, I think it could be 6. You know, they're holding 1 now. I think it's worth a look. They do. It's a measure at the moment, so I think there's no doubt that he'll try and trail this jack.
Calls are too quick.
I'll tell you, it was only marginally too quick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it just probably wasn't going to get the turn because of the speed, but it's a fair effort either way. We'll just see who's got the shot.
Oh, they're going the calipers, Lloyd.
Oh, we love it.
That's how close it is.
Yeah, no.
For those new bowlers, you probably don't realise, but at the bottom of your measure, 2 little calipers.
Is that what they're for? I thought
Yeah.
they were to dig the marks, the sands out of the... No? So it was one.
What, we're not playing golf here, Lloyd. I spoke to Kobe a little bit earlier, and he's just come back from Leopold Bowling Club.
Yep.
Lloyd
Yep.
played in the under-18 pairs medley.
Okay.
Yeah. The winners today were Jack Quinlan from Koroit Bowls Club.
Yep.
And Tyler Newcomb.
Well,
Kobe got
congratulations.
second with Maya Rees.
Ah, there we go.
Great initiative there from Leopold.
Great to see. You know, I think seen a couple of articles lately about junior bowls really starting to grow in the sport, which is excellent. In fact, I know Russell Green Jr., who's playing 3 here, was one of the ones that changed the rules for bowls when it came to young people participating when he was a little tucker. And,
What age did Junior start?
I think he was 12. I know. I'm sure Robin, his mother's listening, and she'd be able to correct me. But at that stage, if you were under 18, you weren't allowed to play. And they said, sorry, Russell, you can't play Pennant for your side at the time. And Russell was that good a player, got the rules overturned. Never since under 18s have been able to play.
Trailblazer, Russ.
That's it. So there's a bit of a story there. So if you're under 18 and you're playing bowls at the moment,
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank Russell Green Jr. That's it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be playing.
It's fantastic to see our under-18s playing. I've had a lot to do with the under-18s. It's fantastic. SSV Bowls.
Yes.
That's going to go again this year. We finally got the SSA, School Sport Australia,
Great.
to recognise lawn bowls and have a tournament. Last year it was just New South Wales and Victoria. This year we're looking to get Queensland and probably one more state, Lloyd.
It's very exciting, isn't it? So how does Sam looks like she's got a beautiful speed here, Matty.
Excellent speed.
Yeah, it's a great shot. It's a great shot. Very much coming back this way. They're really struggling for pace, Matty. So perhaps you are right when you say that it is a little bit slower. So I'll hold on that.
I didn't want to say I told you so, but I reckon I'm right.
So how does the school state Victoria side differ to the under-18 Victorian side, Matty? Can you tell me that?
Really good question. So last year was the first year that School Sport Victoria actually took it over, because Bowls Victoria had it for 1 year when we went to Tweed Heads.
Yep.
So a lot of students will be used to School Sport Victoria and the process they have. You register, you attend a trial. And this year we're going back to Tweed Heads, Lloyd.
Back to Tweed?
Yeah. So look out for plenty of advertising. We're actually going to try and get School Sport Victoria to come to our under-18 championship and talk about SSV. Kobe was there.
Another great shot there from Sam just while we were talking about School Sports Victoria. It's great to see. You know, I think certainly from my perspective and having been involved at Sunbury with the juniors and certainly growing up as a junior in bowls, to see the sport as part of the curriculum in schools is something I'm really, really passionate about. Particularly, you know, and I'm sure that I'm not alone with a number of under-18 players. Great shot here.
What a bowl.
Yeah, I think he hasn't quite got the shot, but it certainly takes a lot of pain out. You know, growing up kind of in the school system with your mates, a little bit apprehensive to tell them that you play bowls because of the stigma of the sport, because it's not very accessible to people at that age. So I think the fact that we can start changing that stigma, get it in the curriculum, as you would know, and so then for the young under-18 players such as myself can be kind of proud to tell their mates that this is what they do on a Saturday, this is what they're trying to achieve. Really, really pleased to see that happening. And Russell Green. Oh, if he was around it, he was all over it. But it seems to maybe could be 3-1 there, Matty. Do you see that? Or is that back one of Kobe's third shot, perhaps?
I think Case has got second. Is that right?
Yeah, so I think it's 1 to Sam. Case is second. I'm just not sure whether Kobe's back one beats the front 2.
Gotcha, that's your 3-1. Change of hands here from Case, doesn't like it.
I think the nature of that shot, he's just trying to draw it, maybe tells us that. Trying to get another one in there. Yep.
Just trying to beat Cobe's bowl.
So Cutter just saying to Junior, if you finish jack high, bad luck. But the intention there is, what he really doesn't want to do is open up this head for Omar. Anything that does finish jack high will give him an opportunity to land something. So he doesn't want this head widened. So the line is critical, but probably just a fraction over pace, I think, with a beautiful line there from Russell. Really important, I think, as well for, you know, a newer bowler, the importance of accurate line.
Oh, line is so important, Lloyd.
And the ability to kind of get it back to centre rink that doesn't open up angles for your opposition, particularly when you're holding. You know, sometimes is almost more important than nailing the weight, is making sure you don't open up any angles, particularly at this level.
Tell you what. Just under his line, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's finished probably, about 18 inches short, so if he had cleared that bowl, I would have been interested to see what would have happened.
Yeah, I always tell my club, especially when you're playing away, all you want to do early in your practice is get that line.
Yeah, I think particularly with your pre-game practice that we're now allowed to have.
Yeah, which is a great addition.
Great addition. And we know that, I think, you've got to trust your eyes because the greens do change throughout the day of play. But if you can nail your line early, that's probably the one that's going to change the least, you know. Kind of thinks he's just a bit shy on pace. He's a beautiful track there.
Just trying to get Sam over.
Yeah, so a really tough shot here for Omar. He's trying to just move his bowl into the head.
He's going with a bit of weight.
Bigger, I think. Oh, he's done the job too, I think. No, so he didn't, so it hasn't gone far enough. So that Kobe bowl's obviously quite far behind. Thought it might have just travelled enough.
So do you think Sam's got it?
Yeah, Sam's still got one there, so. I think he probably couldn't have played it much better, really, Omar. I mean, if he plays it maybe with an extra inch of pace, it might have even gone that further, but he's certainly a hard shot to play, and he's executed almost to perfection, as he often does, let's be honest. See if Cutter can draw another one here. His line on the last bowl I thought was outstanding.
So he's playing backhand.
Yeah. Yeah, just shy, I think, on pace again. Beautiful line. Well,
What are we going to see with the mat here, Lloyd?
Well, I think they're going to try and shorten it up a fraction, I think. Typically, Cutter and Junior typically allow their leads and seconds to dictate what length they want to play. I think it's a really good strategy, you know. When you're at the level of these guys, let's be honest, whether you play Omar on short, long, whether you play Hammer on short and long, they're going to get it close. So I think wherever your front end feels comfortable, that they can really nail the jack and put pressure on, Cutter'd be pretty happy with that. And Senior's played a beautiful speed there.
I wonder what it's like to play sport with your dad, Lloyd.
I did it.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah. One of my proudest moments was winning a pairs club championships with my dad.
Yep.
We've played a number of games at Pennant together as well. He's a far better player than I am. But it's something that not in probably majority of sports you can't do, and in our sport you can. And I think it's really, really special.
So in a singles game, what would the score be, Lloyd?
Oh, probably 21-2 to him. We did play, I remember when I was young for Tucker, we played a semi-finals in singles, and I was 24-18 up or something similar to that. And I remember very clearly that he killed the end about 3 times before I could get it. And people were saying, oh, he's throwing the game. But I tell you what, he didn't let me have anything, as they never do. And the relationship between the two greens as well, I think, is very similar. I know, for whatever reason, as a son, you're always really, really tough on your dad. Like, I know Junior is nice to everyone, but he's very, very hard on his old man. And that's just typically what happens, I think, when you play with your dad. For whatever reason, you're tougher on your old man.
As you were saying that, I was looking over and seeing Tim and Cobes just having a bit of a chat.
Yeah. I would imagine they'd be the same when they play together as well. You just, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is.
That would be a great game, wouldn't it, Kobe and Tim?
I mean, you add Tyson to the mix as well, and there's Kobe with a great shot. I know Kobe and Tyson have had some absolute classics at under 18 zone. So
I remember, I think it was at City Memorial where Cobes actually got Tice.
I mean, I feel sorry for Tyson because unfortunately everyone's always going for Kobe because he's younger, let's be honest. There you go. So, Matty O, I thought it was a few. I didn't realise it was 5. But that's unheard of,
in their
isn't
Div
it?
1 team.
Unbelievable.
Father and sons.
And they're all very, very good players. I mean, Brighton plays in that section, and they can all seriously play those father and son combinations as well.
I agree, Darren. Playing with your family is awesome. I know you've done that with Geordie.
Well, interesting stage of the game here, really. Deer Park now have just kicked off a little bit. I said to you, great shot there from Junior. Deer Park, as I said, that a really important middle part of the game, and they've kicked off really on the back of James Pearce's rink, Snorkel, who's playing outstanding bowls over there. He really is.
Well, I think Tim was playing with Snorkel. Tim Cromie.
Okay.
Just been moved in here.
Great shot there from Hammer. A little bit stiff not to just sneak past that bowl to get Juniors. Certainly one to MCC, but needs another one in there, Matty, I think. Might need a friend.
Well, that's what Cutter's asked for. If you just get in front.
It's not far away,
Oh,
Matty.
it's close. Oh, it's a
it's
great
a
bowl.
Ripping shot.
There's the friend, Lloyd.
There it is. We found the friend. Bit of pace coming here, I think, Matty. Yeah. Actually, quite a good result, even though.
Opened it up now.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, Oma's. You can see those 2 white bowls right at the bottom of the screen there, just waiting.
Tim
Oma's going to
Crobies.
play that. Yeah. So the decision now, Matty, and Cutter again taking some time having a look at the head. Is he going to change the look of this head, or is he going to go and play protection?
Well, they're having a good chat about it. I think some clubs or some teams generally have a rule: if they've got 2 in, then they're protecting.
I think the skill of the opponent comes into it as well.
I think you've got to get back to Tim's bowl there.
Well, I think we know he's going to hit it. So
Yep.
I actually don't mind the idea of rolling Russells over a couple of times, move the jack a yard, and force Omar to play a tougher draw.
Well, I think they've got senior behind there
Exactly
too,
right.
haven't they?
You know, I think even though it would be kind of,
Yeah.
you'd be attracted to the back bowl, I think given the class of the opponent, just slightly changing this head is the,
And
is
this
the
is
right
the next
shot.
level of bowls because a lot of players would leave it at that.
Exactly right. And I'll tell you what, he's close.
Oh, he's going to go it.
So that's
Here we go.
probably the worst result possible, isn't it, really?
Oh, it's not super speed.
Oh, he's close, though, Matty.
Precise speed.
He's so close.
Got it.
Oh, I tell you what. What's that done?
Could be Kobe's bowl.
Could be Kobe's. I mean, the one good part as well about now what's happened for Cutter is his last bowl was so close. So it's a very similar shot that he's playing, so he can repeat rather than have to correct from a back bowl. So that's the added advantage of playing the shot to change. And to be honest, I think if he had played a bowl higher, he might have got that jack movement that would have put him in a really strong position.
You don't want to give Omar a target here, like a bowl that he can. They got.
He certainly wants to leave the gaps, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Fraction high there. Do we know who's your pick for shot here? Is it the Chromie bowl or is it?
I'd probably go Kobe's bowl.
Rule about the flat bowl always wins or something, Matty? Someone make that up?
No, I just think it looks closer, Lloyd.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? The closer bowl is normally the one that wins the measure, I find, Matty. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're looking for a little bit of jack.
Yeah, look, I tell you what, Omar likes it.
Get
He
on
doesn't
the
chase it if
jack.
you're not close, I tell you.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that'll do it.
in.
That's the shot.
We'll find out now.
Yeah, I think the
Could be
early
two.
call is just one, I think, from what I'm seeing. They're going to put a tape on
and
it.
the
so,
measure.
yeah.
Well, I think our call for people to come down has worked, Lloyd. We've got a fair crowd now.
I don't know whether that's because the weather's beautiful and the bowls is great, or whether they just were tired of the commentary.
Or Smitty's playlist
It's a good playlist.
has enticed people to come in. It's a great playlist from Smitty. I don't want to give him a compliment.
He's an outstanding man.
I will give him a compliment. We have the privilege of Smitty hosting a lot of our Yarra events, and he is the best venue host. He prints up stickers on cards, scoreboards.
And, you know, it's not only the fact that as a host he's outstanding and as a club member he's outstanding. He's a tremendous bowler as well. He's played games for Victoria, but every regional event, and MCC have a lot of regional events.
Actually, they have a lot of winners this year.
A lot of winners.
Oh,
And most years they're always there, and Smitty's always there to support. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty special.
yeah, he was there at our finals weekend, last weekend.
Matty, did you win a regional event this year? Is that correct? Or is that, have I opened up a... Oh, great start from Tim.
See, this is... Bowls link can be good, and it can also be not so good when your score wasn't very good.
Oh, so it didn't go your way.
We made the final, so we've got to be wrapped with that. But Dean O'Neill and Caleb Shaw were absolute pains. Absolute pains. Everything we created, Caleb especially, he's dynamite.
They can play, let's be honest.
Talk about under 18s, he's still under 18. Well, Tim hasn't missed that first one.
So if we have a moment here just to mention bowls, I know it's obviously been I guess to keep us updated with scores. Russell Great Seas have a little bit of a little go at that and done that very well, hasn't he? Really, that's his experience coming in there
very nicely.
We're actually at Brighton using BowlsLink for our club championships, and I love it. You know, an opportunity.
Tell us why you love it, Lloyd,
Well,
because this is what other clubs need to get on board with. and I'm happy to provide training for them.
I think that the setup is now easy now that I'm quite comfortable with setting up your tournaments. But
You
I
must
love
have had a good teacher.
Very
Lloyd.
good teacher. But the thing I like about it is I've set up an event, club championships at Brighton, and then under that event I've got all of our singles, pairs, 100 up, all in that one spot. We've got live scoring as well. So I was marking a match yesterday using my phone, not a scorecard. Live scoring for people
Using
at
the
home.
app,
Right?
Bowls Link scoring app.
Absolutely. And it keeps everyone connected. You know, it keeps everyone aware of what's going on. You can find out exactly who played who, who's playing who, and the score of every end. It takes your club championships to a next level. Then you add live streaming to it as well. So I think as a tool, it actually makes it far easier for administrators to use.
Yeah. Look, it's new, and a lot of people haven't used it before, but Bowls Link continues to prove itself. And if they want to see your handiwork, Lloyd, they can go into the result portal and search Brighton Bowling Club.
It is there. Here comes Sam's just... Oh.
So while you're talking about that, next week we're going to have a real go at the competitors' scoring using the scoring app.
Great.
So we've done quite a bit of work, Josh Rourke, on preparing a short video that will demonstrate to the players what they need to do. And next week, we're going to have a real go at it.
Look, my advice is it's super, super simple. I know we used it for one of our singles tournaments.
Yeah, you proved it there.
And, we had a lot of people at the start who were probably a little bit older, not so familiar with technology, a little bit afraid to do it. But by the end of the tournament, they realised how much easier it was than actually having someone walking around, collecting scorecards, putting data into the computer. It was super, super simple.
So you were the venue manager for that. It must have made your job a lot easier.
Well, that's why I did it, Matty. Come on, let's be serious. I don't want to be worrying about counting. Of course, I think anyone who's run a tournament knows the biggest worry is getting the results wrong at the end of the day.
Yeah, so just to let our viewers know, what we're talking about here is competitor scoring, where both competitors need to put the same score in. And I know I was playing against Maxi. He was Max Goldsmith, who's playing tonight.
I think he put a few in for the opposition there, actually, if I recall.
Could have put a few more for us, I'll tell you. He was at one end of the green, I was at the other, and we were just putting the same score in each time.
Oh, beautiful line there from Russell. A bit disappointed, I think, that he didn't get that one. I heard a sorry. So, whilst we're watching Hammer, I'm sure put another close bowling. Finals this year across the board is a little bit different, Matty. Am I correct in saying that?
You are spot on, Lloyd.
So if we start with Premier Division, we briefly mentioned the ladder at the moment, but could you tell us the top four as it currently stands in Premier Division?
So at the moment, we've got Melbourne on 164 points. Deer Park, 14 behind on 150.
This Deer Park playing tonight, of course.
Yep. Bundura RSL on 149.
Okay.
And Clayton on 115.
Wow. So there's a bit of a gap between the top three and fourth, but the top three also would all be vying for top two, because this year top two has an extra advantage.
Well, I think Premier has been the 1v2, 3v4.
Yes.
Lloyd.
Yes, you're
always.
right.
It's
right,
what
yeah.
our difference this year is that it's now flowing down from Div 2 and below
to the other grades. Yep. There you
so
go.
Normally it would have been 1v4.
Yep.
2v3.
Yep.
Winners play in the final.
Yep.
This year we've got an extra final.
Beautiful.
So it's 1v2, 3v4. The winners of 1-2 go straight to the final.
Yep.
The loser of 1-2 plays the winner of 3-4.
So we're looking at the rest of the divisions. Oh, that's a good shot. He's picked up a couple of the... Oh, no.
I think it's just one.
Jeez, I tell you what, if you had got the other side, I reckon it's all over. But I think it's just one to Deer Park there. So essentially all the other grades this year are now following the finals structure of Premier Division. So that's an exciting change. Why do you think that was done, Matty?
You put me on the spot here, Lloyd.
Actually, no.
Well, we've
led you astray.
now that we've got sections of 8, we've got an extra final in there. And I think you need to reward the top team for finishing on top.
Yep.
Give them a second chance at it. I know a lot of football finals follow that same pattern.
Yeah, well, I know. I was speaking to a good friend of mine, Bob Carlson, who you would know the other day, and I said to him, Bobby, what are you doing down there at BV? He's very heavily involved with umpires, and he said it was because there was quite often the first side was playing the fourth side and the fourth side was winning, so they just wanted to give that bit more of an advantage for the effort in the season.
Yeah. I think there'll be a lot of clubs now going, we need top spot, because if you finish second, you're playing an away final. That's a huge advantage.
Absolutely. I think it's something that we've been discussing at Brighton, because obviously having the blue indoor green, which is a serious advantage for our home sides and difficult for away sides to come in. That advantage to have it twice. Once and then again if you lose, I mean it would be very difficult for us not to win that.
Oh, don't count your chickens yet, Lloyd.
Well, not me, not the side I'm in, but the good players at the club.
Rightio. Aren't you skipping in top 2?
I'm playing third at the moment to Parksy, which is... Oh, he's played a great shot there, Omar. Which is more than where I should be, to be honest. Very modest bowler.
Needs to add a metre.
The conditions here are absolutely perfect. There isn't a breath of wind. And cutter looks very, very close, Matty. Oh, what an effort. What an effort. Well,
so the final will be at a neutral venue.
Yep. And the first and second and the winner of third and fourth versus is advantage. So a little bit of a...
So all of that is clearly explained in our conditions of play.
Yep.
So as selectors, you need to be all over that.
So you just have to read the conditions of play.
No, well, we did a video too on that.
Oh, you did a video?
Yes.
I say this last kind of few ends on this rink has been a lot of 1s and 2s. In fact, they've all been 1s since end 8, where we had 2, 3. So it's seriously tightened up as Timmy puts another good one in there. So a little bit of an interesting statistic here for you, Matty. We know that Deer Park obviously have fly-ins who haven't played every game, as Seniors just put an absolute corker in. But I think from round 4, they've won every game with a draw to Melbourne included in there. So they've had some tight games by a couple of shots against a couple of opponents. I think Yeovil Footscray they just beat by a couple. Altona they beat by about 5 or 6. But since round 4, they've gone undefeated. So certainly in good form at the moment on the ladder.
Just to clarify, we were talking about finals, and it does not apply to Div 1, the 1v2, 3v4.
They're doing 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3. And that's because of obviously Premier A and Premier B coming, and the way that there's now an extra game to qualify for that. Yep.
So have a good look at the conditions of play. It's explained in there.
Or watch the video.
Or watch the video, yes. You can hear my voice.
Actually, maybe not. Maybe watch it on subtitles. Or
Oh, that's not very nice. Maybe we can get you to narrate next
no,
time.
no.
We'll get you on.
Sam looks like she's got a good shot here.
That is shot.
Yes, with a bit of track moment. Oh, what an
a
outstanding shot.
Noser there.
I tell you what, Matty, Premier Division, Friday night.
Oh, where were...
Does it get better?
Doesn't get better than this.
It doesn't.
Calls have come on.
Kobe.
Kobe, close.
Oh, no. How good is this, Matty? How good is this? Premier Division, Friday night.
Powered by Moama Bowls Club.
Great sponsors.
They are a great sponsor.
Great sponsors, great event.
Yeah.
Great commentary.
We're doing our best, Lloyd.
So, I think we might see Sam obviously trying to get another one in the head, but maybe a little bit of jack movement, Matty, perhaps. Just a little bit of jack movement.
Onto Kobe's bowl. Just under it.
I'll tell you what, Matt.
She's close.
Oh.
Two good bowls from Sam.
Yeah, very, very, very good.
Someone playing their first game of Prem. She's done very well.
Do you remember your first game of Prem, Matty?
I'm still waiting, Lloyd.
It's
I
a matter of
look
time.
forward to that.
Matter of time. And it is, I think it's daunting.
It would be, yeah. I remember being quite nervous when I was playing football in the top level. All right, I'd say it'd be the same for bowls. But that's the beauty of our sport. It's such a mind games. You've got to blank it out, just concentrate on your process. Russell Green Jr. is very good with his process.
Yeah. Beautiful technique, kind of glides across the green. Pretty much the opposite if you've seen me play, Matty.
Oh, this is a great bowl here from Russ.
Oh, it's a bit stiff there to open up the target like that, wasn't he, really? It's the worst kind of result that he wanted, so Hammer will come through this with a fraction of weight.
Yep.
Trying to use that wall there to land on, and he's close.
He's very close.
Oh. Still kept the wall there, and now he has second and third, and I think the Sam bowl could go clean, so certainly helpful. Russell's going to want to change up the look of this head. He's going to try and tuck that jack round the corner. Even roll Sam's over once might be a really good result as well.
You are spot on, Lloyd.
He likes it too, Matty, just quietly.
You sure?
Oh, he's having a look.
Oh, a perfect weight.
There you go. So talking about Willow, that won the over 60 singles.
Yes.
I know Tommy Ristic won the
men's.
The men's.
Open singles.
Tris Doolan, who's not here tonight, but I would imagine she'd be watching. She'd be glued to the screen.
Did see her on before, yes.
She, of course, won the women's.
She did, in an absolute nail-biter. She was down game and won it with her last bowl against Denise Hoyenda.
And then, what about the over 60s women's? Who won that one?
Singles.
Yeah.
Alison Hall.
Yep.
By a shot, I think,
So
over
MCC.
Di McKee.
Wow. And do you know about Metro West? I think do Parks in Metro West. What?
No, I don't know those scores.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone knows. I'd love to know whether.
I'm pretty sure all regions are using BowlsLink for their state championships.
Well, I realised actually this week when we were looking at changing the time of the game for the heat is that the regions are now aligned with their club championships, so the same events are played at the exact same time. That's a great idea. Did you come up with that?
No.
Yeah. You came up with the rolling fours, but that kind of thing, that's someone else, isn't it?
Do you want to talk about the rolling fours again? Took me a while to get that out. It was a rolling conversation.
Rolling, let's come to a stop now. I think Omar's quick on the mat here. He's very,
I feel
very
like the
deliberate.
greens slowed down again.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Interesting decision here from Cutter. Having a real look at now changing hands, trying to draw another one. He was playing the other hand, but there's obviously a lot of traffic that way.
This is one of those ones where you've got to be slightly wider.
Yeah, I think
you
so.
don't want to get Kobe's bowl up.
I think he will be. I think he'll be very deliberate with this one. He's playing
Yeah,
on the wide line. There's a bit of a clap there from Russell Grant Senior, who said, "Yep,
Yeah, put it wide.
That'll do nicely." But this game continues to be
A cracker.
You know what it must be?
What's that like?
It must be a Friday night Premier Division game. This is standard like this.
What would you rather do?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Nothing. Grab a pizza from your favourite
Yes.
local pizza shop.
Lovely pizza down there. You know, they do
Watch
takeaways.
Premier League.
Come down here. There's heaps of space. It couldn't be a better night. There's not a breath of wind.
No,
The
there's
temperature's perfect. The playlist is brilliant.
Smitty, who would have thought?
And of course, a little bit of a cutback in the score here for MCC. And now back to 10. So
We talked at the very start. This is an important game for both clubs, Lloyd.
yeah, I think Clayton and Mentone. Clayton will be pretty confident they can get the win down there at Mentone. Probably end Mentone season. I think they're probably.
Well,
gonna
talking
struggle
about
to
that,
save there.
if any of our viewers are watching and have some scores, please send them through.
Just doing some fixing up the score while you're talking.
You've done a
here.
great job with that so far, Lloyd. I'm so glad you're doing that.
Sometimes I just get a little bit, the lines get a little bit skewed, but I think we fixed it up.
Russ looking to cut this down, Lloyd.
Yeah, big bowl this one, isn't it, really?
Yep. Deer Park have started well this end.
Is his pace there? No, I
No,
don't
it's
think it
not.
is. Yeah. Beautiful line once again.
Do they need to change this a little bit, Lloyd?
Look, I think there's a lot of gaps there. I think there's a lot of gaps. I've got the very vulnerable at the back, but I don't think it's going to worry them too much. I think he's just going to try and get one right on here, Matty. What do you think?
I think a little bit Jack.
He's not far away.
He's very close. Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, it's a corker. Oh, not a massive target as well, so
It's a great bowl. Great change up.
it could be
Still
5.
holding the 4.
I think it might be 5, Matty. 4 or 5, says Cutter.
Okay. This is where threes earn their money, Lloyd.
He didn't like it.
No, he didn't watch it.
So big shot here. I'm having a look at, he's saying 5. The decision now is, do we change up a look here, or do we cover, or do we add another?
Well, they don't want the target any bigger, really.
Yeah, so he's the count and cover,
Covering.
as we call
Covering,
it. Yeah, the count and cover. Drop in is great. Protect the back yellow ones if you can. I think it is the right call. I think Cutter will play weight at this.
Got to get down.
Yeah, it could still be in, so it could be 6. So even though you look at, there's a lot of chance to get he might just draw to get
Lloyd,
third.
put your skipper's hat on here, please.
Yeah, I mean,
What
look,
are you doing?
the question here really is,
Little run?
I think it's probably a draw. And I only say that because I think getting
Because of the amount
third
of
shot would be a really good result. Now,
So draw with your first and then?
well, I think if you go with your first, you have to go with your second. That's for sure. So whatever he does with his first, he's going to dictate what he does with his second. But I think sometimes, quite often, if it's a really tight hit, playing a draw to cut down, you can play a super draw shot and just slip a bowl or you know, have a line that holds and you get unlucky. I don't think that's the situation. I think there is enough for him to cut down.
Need to get Sam out of the way there.
Yeah, see, you know, that was a good shot that's just a little bit unlucky, but he might have cut a couple out.
Yep, I'm playing weight.
Look, if he does play weight, it's a seriously gutsy shot.
It's
As I said, I don't think
but you
that's
want
his
to get
style.
to the mat knowing you're playing that weight and
Yeah.
commit to it, because you don't want to be on the mat going, oh, should I draw?
I still think it's not the shot he'll play. I think he's going to try and draw a third shot and just say this was an air end and reset.
Well, I think he's setting up for his back end. How's he looking, Lloyd?
Yeah, they're having a look at it. If he can just get past
Get
Junior
in there.
Senior's bow there.
Wow, that's a great result.
Yeah, so I think that's at least
2, I'd say.
third.
Yeah, I think that's third.
And it hasn't given Omar a chance to play a bowl out to get a number. So I'm just trying to see what he's going to look at playing here, whether there's an opportunity to bring the other ones in.
Could still get that out.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking hard at it. On the forehand, perhaps, to try and flick it
Yeah,
through.
yep, it's a signal.
He might even look at, say, the jack, trailing of the jack off the wide white. Might bring in another one as well.
Bang.
Yeah, there you go.
See you later, Cutter.
That tells you exactly what he's going to do, isn't it? So
Yeah.
jack
Well,
there's
he's
good.
gone the other scenario as well.
So what he said there, for those, it's a little bit hard to see on this angle, but he's saying, I'll get the cutter bowl, I get 4 or 5. Get the inside of Kobe's first bowl down the line, I get 4 or 5. If I do get the jack down a couple of feet, we're probably going to get 6. So
Yeah.
he's looking at one option, but they're recognising there's other results there as well.
So you're playing in that area and you can get a couple of results.
Yeah, exactly right. I think he'll be very deliberate about trying to go for cutters one, that's the ultimate, but looking at other options as well.
Well, he doesn't want to get senior.
Oh, look, I think at the end of the day, it's probably no worse off. It's still 2, so...
Yeah. Good bowl by Cutter.
Yeah,
Well,
great shot, great shot.
We talked about the drive or the draw, and he went the draw.
I think it's something that we probably should, just mention as well for our newer bowlers or lesser experienced bowlers, is sometimes playing a drive and aggressive shot is very important, but sometimes you just need to play conservative and get one in there. Now we've got an update.
We do. Michael Stanley, thank you so much. Clayton and Mentone after 40 ends. It's Clayton 41 and Mentone 31.
Oh, so it's tight.
Yeah. I'd like to get an update on Yarraville Altona. Lloyd, if we
That'd be
could.
great, yeah. I mean, we have to be realistic. It's not season over for MCC yet, but if Clayton keep on that track, and
Just puts that gap in there, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it's a game and a bit. I think MCC's played Clayton twice as well. I'm not sure, but I think they have. Great start there by Big Jack. So it's going to be tough to catch them.
Great bowl by Tim.
Tim really starting to get back into the game after a couple of ends off. He's had a few really good ends over the last couple of ones. Been a good little battle so far, I thought, Matty, between the two leads.
I've really enjoyed the battle between the twos.
It has been. I mean, I think probably almost all positions have had little stories within stories.
Oh, it's such a great game.
So I guess now we're at 56 ends. 4 ends more to go, and that's a game, isn't it, Matty?
Yep, 60 ends.
So at the moment, MCC are 14 behind. As a side, what's going through your head about how to catch those 14 shots?
Well, clearly the Gallagher and Pearce rink is where Gallagher needs to come back if you're an MCC supporter.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of ways you can look at it. You know, quite often I think what we see is you start matching up rinks. So for in this instance, you look at, say, Mortimer and Bester and Leighton and Sheriff. You know, Mortimer and, should I say Tayton and Wilson and Leighton and Sheriff. If they can switch one of those around, and then Mortimer can cover Brendan Gallagher. So I think sometimes it's a pretty sound strategy.
Jeez, Mortimer's had a good season, hasn't he?
I think
A lot of rink wins.
I don't think he's lost one, to be honest.
I was doing my homework today and very solid. Thanks, Jace. Yarraville are leading Altona 73-47.
Okay.
Wow. Massive for Yarraville.
So where would that put them in the scheme of things as Hammer draws a shot there? Outstanding.
Puts them in that sort of 6th position. Still a chance of maybe making finals.
Looks similar.
Really looking for the jack, wasn't he, Lloyd?
Played on a very aggressive line, didn't he? Cutter's having a look at some options. He likes the look of something on this forehand side.
I don't know if you saw that, but Kobe was looking for a low 5 from Case and did not receive
Nothing.
Case gave him nothing.
Having a good chuckle about it now, I think, Matty. He might have got that high 5 in the end. Good clap out from Cutter. He likes the line here. Oof.
Can he get on the jack? That's what he was asking Case to do.
I like the look of it.
They do like it. Probably needs to run a bit more.
Be too close. There's no doubt in my mind that this green is starting to slow up, certainly from the long ends that we played earlier in the game to now. The finish is nowhere near as much there. And I don't know whether that one's got in there, but it certainly isn't making it any easier for Cutter. I think he's really looking at the option on the other hand with weight. Matty, can you see anything that works there for us?
No, I can't. But you've seen it.
Well, I think what Cutter's called here is weight through Omar's last bowl, up through the jack, and reaching Junior's back once, splashing the jack out there. The obvious risk with that, if he does get it wrong, and Hammer's bowl stays in there, could be three.
He's a left-hander.
Yeah, I think left-hander forehand. So the risk here is that if he gets it wrong and Sam's bowl slips out, he'll be 3 down. But in that case, he's probably still got a chance to play aggressively again. So I think we'll see a bit of weight here.
You are spot on, Lloyd.
Looks a fraction tighter on the line.
He's tight.
Okay, so how's Omar going to combat that shot? You would imagine Cutter's going to play something similar. Don't think he's going to be overly worried about the shot that Cutter's playing there. I do see, if you can see that Kobe bowl there, I think that could land Hammers and Sam's pushes out for 3. So there is risk with the shot Cutter's playing. So I think he's going to play a similar shot to what he's playing and make that penalty really, really great if Cutter misses. He likes it a lot.
He does.
Well, that was it, wasn't it, that I was talking about, that slip off to get to Sam. So 2 down. I think we'll see some straight for the jack.
Be forehand again.
Yeah, I think he's going to go the jack here for jack movement. You know, he's 2 down anyways.
He's looking for bowl.
He likes the look of it.
Jack.
He likes the look of it, Matty. Oh. Tell you what, there was a few people riding that one, and for good reason. He just missed that by a millimetre, I think, Matty. What an effort.
Yeah.
And probably for the first time in this game, one of the teams has had a bit of a break.
Yep. 2 twos.
So I think this is a must-win end. 5 ends to go for the Leighton rink. Don't look now, Matty, but Lucas is coming, so he's going to come and try and distract us. So only
good,
he
mate.
can.
How you going, Lucas? Very good.
Give me a bit of a massage, which is very nice, isn't it? This is good service here. How about that?
So tell me, we're predicting what, 36 tomorrow? 35, maybe?
Well, I think at the start of the week it was 37, and then I think it came down to 35. Well, it's going to be close to 36, Matty, put it that way.
Yep. So have you rescheduled most of your games now?
We have. So we've obviously having the luxury of the indoor green with the air conditioning. The ones playing at home remain at home, but all our other games we have scheduled for 10:30 because we've got to look after our members, Matty.
Yep. So we've got 2 of our teams playing at 11 o'clock tomorrow.
I think the key thing, you know, and we've had a conversation about it as well, even though we are starting earlier, it's still going to be really hot. So
yeah,
lots of water, you know, sunscreen, appropriate hat and shirts. And
I think as a selector, we learn a lot from the first one.
Yep.
And we had 2 of our teams not play early. And one of them ended up just short of the 60 ends. So as soon as we got into selection, had a look at the forecast for the week and saw that 36, we were like, yeah, let's start moving.
I mean, really, probably Friday night was the night to play it, except obviously you'd missed the Prem live stream game, which you just don't want to miss. But
No.
the weather right now is outstanding.
Perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Tim Gale's goal, saying there's a lot of 10:30 starts tomorrow.
Good.
I suppose you still need to give the greenkeepers a little bit of time to get that green ready.
Well, that's exactly
Practice.
right. And you would imagine, you know, with the weather that we've had, the greens will all be running pretty nicely as well. So you want to make sure the greenkeepers have enough time to make sure that it's rolled properly. And
But everyone should be doing something to try and get that game played.
yeah,
No one wants a unplayed game.
no, absolutely. And, you know, what you certainly don't want to be doing is, you know, trying to rush a game through, maybe being a little bit irresponsible as well because it gets to a hot temperature and, you know, not having necessary breaks or whatever it is. You want to make sure you're looking after yourself as well and don't want to be worried about making sure you get to those 60 ends. So, but I think across the board from what people I've spoken to is the majority of clubs are starting earlier, so that's a great idea.
Yeah, and if you are looking at maybe having an extra break, the side managers need to agree to that.
Okay.
And maybe 15 ends would be a nice way to do it, Lloyd.
Perfect time. Comes Hammer's got a corker here, I think.
Yeah, it's a ripper.
Yeah. Just takes that pressure off. It's time, Junior.
Case has really played this particular way really well, hasn't he?
He has. In fact, I think as the game's just kind of in that middle period, just kind of floating, he's probably really picked up his game without too much hassle, getting a lot of bowls in good areas and giving Omer something to play to every end. Tell you what, Junior looks closer if he's got the speed. Oh, just a fraction.
Sure.
From the screen, it looks like it's 1 and a measure, but on the green, it looks like it could almost be. Yeah, I think it looks like 2, even potentially 3 with Kobe's back bowl, so it's a bit deceiving.
Well, you think Omar would be going forehand here? Similar shot to Case.
I think any touch of the jack is very
would be
nice.
great.
Yeah.
It does turn there, doesn't it?
Well, it does and it doesn't. That one there didn't quite work as much as Omar wanted it to. Having said that, I reckon that could be close to the count as well, Matty, just quietly, I think.
Russell Green Jr. is very good at knowing the situation in ahead.
Yeah. He's not very good at telling us, but he's good at knowing.
Oh, yeah.
But in fact, everyone on this rink's been quite secretive with their hand signals, Matty. Oh, it's a good track. They were the 2 that we said before. I think Carter has to be third shot now, doesn't he, really? But the jack...
This is a better line for Omar.
Yeah, he's having a real look at this one, Matty.
Oh, he likes it. So he
He's
should.
all over it.
Oh.
Yeah, outstanding.
What a bowl.
Having a look at now what's set up. Any jack movement through that split, I don't think is going to be great for MCC as well. I don't think
No,
they've got
Tim's at the back
control.
there.
Yeah, there's a lot of chromie and tin bowls, a lot of chromie bowls just sitting at the back there. I think he might again have to try and just cut down on draw. Yeah.
Mm.
I think the call there from Cutter was maybe he's going to play it weight at this mat. I think they're probably starting to look at the score. 20 ends to go.
10 the difference. I think you're right, Lloyd.
He is. Okay, let's see what happens.
Good wait for it. That would have gone right back.
Yeah, I think that's probably the thinking. It probably would have been one. I mean, it was a tough shot to play, and probably one that he didn't really want to play, and therefore maybe just missed the line a little bit, trying to play that perfect result rather than get it into that area. But that's 3 twos, Matty.
Yeah, it's a trend.
2, 2, 2, 2. Richie Benno or something.
I thought you were going to go there.
It's good, isn't it? So Jimmy and Chris, and we should mention Chris Ball is out there tonight playing on rink 3. That's why he's not in the commentary box. So you can blame him.
He was quite happy to be out there too, he told me earlier. It's good to be playing bowls.
Tell you something, we haven't mucked around here. The games are going through quite quick.
Yeah, which is not great, considering this is the live stream rink.
Well, it's the 2 end rinks, really. The Besta rink and the Sheriff rink, which are the ones that are moving quick. They may have planes to catch, Matty, tonight, perhaps.
Well, well, Lloyd, I've just had a chat to Brad.
Yep.
Our expert camera person.
Yep.
And we may be able to go next door and see the Gallagher rink after this.
Well, that would be a treat.
Yeah.
Friday night Premier Bowl's going longer.
Well, I know the viewers want to know the end of this match, Lloyd.
Yeah, fair enough too. I mean, the importance it has on the season. Kobe Cromie's got an absolute peach. What a shot, Matty. Friday night bowls, he put stuff down. What a player.
Yeah.
Big opportunity for Sam here now. She had her weight perfect. She just slightly missed the line. It's time in the game with 4 ends to go that they really push the scoreboard pressure. Must get one in the area, and they like it. Oh, it just shows you when that little bit of extra weight goes on, it takes a little bit more time to get that turn.
I tell you, Lloyd, the Mozzies are out a little bit.
They always are at MCC.
Oh.
And he's not far away again. Yeah, he's in the count. I think he's playing. He's really zoned in with his draws. Yeah.
Case.
It's actually. I know last time we played Deer Park at night time, when the green started to slow down, he's one of the first that'll just switch on to the change of pace, and he's just so accurate. I know. In the VBL at Moama, obviously on the indoor green as well, he was absolutely deadly.
Calls to do it again.
Yeah, that's very strong. The speed was great from Junior last end. It doesn't have to change too much here.
Just need to be a little bit high on that line.
Yeah. If anyone picked up that end scoring there would have been...
I did. 156 ends out of 84.
It was 1,516 ends. I think I put 15 and 16 anyways. Just got to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, you're doing a good job of it. I'm glad I'm not doing it.
Every time I get used to the system, I make an error, so I've got to stop.
Oh, I tell you what. Needs to run.
No, I think he's there.
Is he?
I think it's just rolled back there, really, didn't it?
Is Sam's or Junior's bowl closer?
I think it's Sam's from what I'm seeing on the green.
It's probably
Sam's
4
bowl.
inside of Sam's there.
So I think it's very close for that last one. I think if that bowl hadn't turned back on itself, it definitely was in.
I tell you what, Cutter's had some big bowls tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's in the position now to cut it down.
Oh, he's been waiting all night for it.
I have not. That just came to me.
It's just come to. Well, his line is outstanding.
Yeah, the line was where Russ needed to be.
It's going to take a bit of pain out. Oh, it's a great shot.
Another good
It's a great shot. Just cut it down to 2. So Casey just saying, very happy with the space of the look of the head.
That's a great call from Case.
Let's force him to draw it.
Because Cutter's going to be happy with his probably 2 down and then be more attacking.
Just missed it too. He had a bit of a groin there. But do you know what I loved about it? I mean, not only was it, the call was obviously correct there, good space, force him to draw it. We don't want to drop a 4 out the back with the jack going past. But the way that Aaron just changed the ball in his head, played exactly the shot that Hammer called. You know, the relationship between third and skip, the trust. There was no, how do you do it or what, second guessing. Third makes a call, skip executes it.
Yeah. And good teams, they let each other make calls. That was a great call from Case.
Exactly right. They trust each other. Too often do you see skips overriding. And I know we all say the skip's going to play the shot he wants to play. And it's a great effort by Cutter. But, we don't see Hammer telling Omar which shot to play every end. We don't see him challenging the shots. They have a good relationship that's trustworthy. That's why they've played Australia together, so...
Well, Lloyd, there's a update in the Yarraville Altona.
Yes.
It's only 4 shots now after 71 ends.
What happened there?
To see that scorecard.
They've come storming back. That old home ground advantage, and then...
No, it's at Yarraville.
Well, Yarraville were ahead, though, weren't they?
Yeah, but Altona fighting back.
But they're fighting back, starting to get used to the speed
Because
of
if
the
they
game.
win that one, they are still in the fight for finals.
And of course, we should mention as well that 8th spot plays in a playoff against the winner of Division 1 for the final spot in Premier. So the 8th spot now becomes very important as well. And I think...
So can we just clarify that? So,
Yes.
So 8th spot?
Yep.
Or is it 9th spot?
No, 8th spot. 9 and 10 go
yeah.
down to Prem B. And
Right.
then 8th plays the winner of Division 1, which is probably going to be Brighton.
It's a big call.
So yes, so who's sitting in 8th at the moment? Fitzroy.
No, it's Richmond Union Bowls Club.
Ah. So Altona and Yarraville are probably both trying to get into the 4, but also staying away from that 8th.
Yep.
Here comes Russell Green Senior with a
great
super
bowl.
shot. Yep.
I'm getting mixed results here, Lloyd.
Mhm.
I don't think it's as close as that. I think Yarraville are up 92-59 after 71 ends.
Great shot here from Sam. So this is why we need Bowls Link.
Yes.
They're clearly not comparing their phones,
No.
which is what you got to do on the Bowls Now app. But, handy weight there from Kobe. Chance here though for Sam if she can put another one on. We know Hammer's been on fire, so see if she can't put some pressure on.
Well, they need to break this string of 4 ends, Lloyd, don't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been 9 shots in 4 ends, and we were just talking about how tight it was. It's kind of given them a bit of a buffer here, but with that being said, there's 3 ends to go. If they can get some of those ends back.
Well, I think Case is going to say something about this. He's bowling really well at the moment.
Yeah, he is.
Just that little bit through goes over to Tim.
And I must admit, it's great to have Mark back in Victoria, playing Pennant bowls here. Obviously, he's running the bowls at Deer Park. I know how much work he does down there. He does a mountain of work. He's it's a fraction high here, I think. He
I thought he would come the other way there, Lloyd.
Oh, we're talking about it. Yep. So I think he's liking that hand, Matt, on the
Yeah,
draw.
no,
I think that's what.
he wasn't far away.
Yeah. Big chance here for Russell. Track looks brilliant, Matty. Oh, it's
a great
shot. Yeah,
bowl.
it's brilliant. Well, I think we might see big weight now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's the call there is take them all out.
Oh, he's going the
Forehand, all 3
Forehand now.
balls will go, I think, Matty.
Oh, it's in the area.
Yeah, it's close. All of them.
Oh!
He's got the jack. He's got the jack. There you go. We go again, Matty. We go again. Actually, all 3 bowls did go. It's a bit stiff to get the jack in the end because there was one Casey bowl remaining.
He didn't go full drive, which I liked.
Yeah, I must admit, I thought he would. I thought he would go a little bit quicker, but you could see the way the bowl's set up. I think if he hit that pack, they were all going. So his bowl stayed in the head.
Yeah.
Got the jack, was probably a little bit unlucky to do so in the end. Gone quick tonight, the Premier Division, Matty. Friday night Premier Division. Gone quite quick, I thought, this game. I mean, I know the players are some quick players, but...
I think the green has slowed down quite a bit. Lloyd.
Yeah. Interesting you noticed the jack roll this end was a lot deeper in the green than it was the previous. Clearly Omar saying we don't want any of that 3 bowls against us like we did the last end. Let's stretch it out a bit. And Tim's put 2 beautifully weighted bowls in as a result.
Good reply there.
Yeah, it's
Senior.
up and down. At least second, if not first. Now, Matty, I've got a question for you. I've been asking a couple of people this question. No one seems to be able to answer it for me. Victorian Open, we're going to Traralgon, right? I'm very excited.
We are.
You and I playing pairs together, no doubt about it.
We just got to talk Lucas out of it. Yeah, that'll be right.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
We'll work on that. When do the entries close?
Very good question.
Thank you.
There's no set date on our website.
I know that because I looked for it.
So we're looking, I would say, probably late Feb.
Okay.
Closer. We'll keep you posted with that.
Is there an update on how entries are going? Do we know that, or?
No, not. I know we're on target for what we want to achieve.
Beautiful. What are we aiming for?
Well, the problem has been the Vic Open so close together. I don't think we'll get our great number that we got for Shep, 2,000 plus. But 1.5 would be great, Lloyd, if we can get there.
Would be great.
I was actually down there with Mel Allen and Andrew Hogue.
Yep.
And we did some training with the host clubs, which was fantastic.
Great.
I saw Morwell for the first time.
Yep.
Amazing venue there, double dome.
Double dome.
Double dome.
Wow.
Clubhouse is a members sort of clubhouse is in between the two greens, and the double dome goes over the top.
I love that.
Traralgon has a great setup.
Okay.
So fully indoor green with
Yep.
a mezzanine looking down onto the green.
Oh, I love those.
So
I love
it's
that
angled
setup.
up.
Yep.
Second story. 2 amazing grass greens and a new outdoor carpet.
Brilliant.
And I think you heard Newborough had probably one of their best classics.
I did hear a rumour about
The grass greens are amazing.
So, and there'll be a host venue as well.
Yeah. So our hub venues will be Traralgon and Morwell.
Yep.
But we'll definitely have a lot of...
branch out to the other ones as well.
Yeah.
Well, I must admit I'm very excited. I didn't get to go to the one last year, just with work schedules, but certainly keen to get down to Traralgon for the Vic Open. I haven't got a team yet, but I'm sure that'll come at some stage.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes, Junior got the shot there, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Just keep getting some pretty difficult heads to play out, don't they?
They do.
It's a tough shot once again, matey. I'm not sure.
It's got to come with weight, I think.
Weight on this backhand side. Yeah, I think that's what's been called.
That's his backhand.
Yeah, see if he can't get some angles off any of these wide bowls, hey? It looks a bit tight on the run, I think.
Yeah, it's just it's perfect weight.
Well, they've still got a couple of bowls at the back there, so if they can find the right track, they might be able to get a number, which I think at this stage of the game, MCC need to start getting some numbers. Yeah, correct, through that that port
Just
there.
under Kobe's front bowl there is exactly where they need to be.
Kick a goal through the two Chromie bowls. Try and get the jack back. The seniors bowl will count. Sam's bowl will count.
Sam's bowl there, which you just can see.
Out of the screen, there is Tim's bowl on the other side, but it really needs to come back out this way. Yeah.
Again, Cutter's going to be under pressure.
Yeah.
Oh. Talk about pressure. That's a... Oh.
That makes it harder. Look, I still think there is a track.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might even help a little bit now. Getting Kobe's bowl through the jack could bounce off Omar's bowl, and you'd pick up 2 or 3 with Sam and seniors on the left. So here we go. Big moment of the game here, Matty. Although, I think it's gone in the ditch there too, so...
Just needs to be that bit wider under Kobe's front bowl.
It's interesting. Both Junior and Cutter both played the same lines. It seems to me that they're either a bit worried about it holding out or it's turning earlier than they're thinking. Meanwhile...
Omar's going to put another one in.
Yep. Omar doing Omar things.
Still there, though, that shot.
It's still definitely there. I think what he's now looking at is whether there's another option. I'm getting the feeling that he doesn't really like the track that he's putting. And that can happen sometimes as well for both Junior and Cutter. They thought they put the ball on the right line. It didn't do what they thought it would. So now there's a bit of second guessing whether that shot's the right shot to play.
So let's see if he can be a little bit higher. Yes.
He's definitely higher.
Yes, this is where you need to come from,
This
Cutter.
is what we looked for. He's calling it to drop. Well, there you go. You know, as I said to you, there seemed to be some fear that it wouldn't come back to it. He's put it slightly higher and it just didn't come back. So, yeah, again, there's some tough shots being played out there that just aren't coming off at the moment. It's the worst feeling, isn't it, on a bowls rink when, you know, things are going against you and you just can't find that one shot that works or that one end that you get maybe a good result and you can reset. And it's a very lonely place out there on the green sometimes when things like that are going against you.
Not a lot of talk between the rinks at all.
Yeah, it's gone very quiet, hasn't it?
That's great leading from Tim.
Yeah, he's very happy with that, I think, Omar. I think track here from Russell's good. It's just the speed that's the question. Actually played Russell Green Senior in our Division 1 game this year. He skipped in their second side. And he played him on this green. It was running far quicker, and he was outstanding. He absolutely gave me an absolute toweling and played some unbelievable shots with beautiful touch, which I think would probably have suited MCC a bit more today if there was a bit more speed in the surface. I know.
Because they're used to it. Yeah, this green's normally running 16.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, there's a lot of sand on the surface which we can see. So where there's normally those kind of almost dirt patches, they've been filled with sand, which makes it heavier, obviously, when the cold comes in and the moisture comes in, makes the green really, really heavy to play to.
I'd say in a month's time, this green will be very nice.
Well, that's it, you know, and that's normally the speed you do see at MCC after Christmas, is that almost kind of 18, 19 seconds.
Oh, Kobe.
For some, look at Kobe. It's the perfect shot, really, because there's not much there to play to as well. I mean, again, it's shaping as a tough head to play to.
You've got some great communication there between father and son.
They're so likeable, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
They really are.
Tim's probably saying, don't get ahead of yourself.
That's great. Oh, a bit stiff there from Russell. So it's another one here to Deer Park. And it's a tough one to get at as well, I think. Might have 2 seconds, maybe. I think maybe only 1 second as well. I think Tim's front bowl, the first one's probably second, third shot. So Como just try and draw another one, trying to clear on the forehand under Case's last bowl. I think he was all over it too. I just heard him say, missed that. I think if he had missed it, he would have been right on it, to be honest, Matty.
Just can't see MCC stopping this run. Lloyd, it's 5 ends in a row.
5 ends in a row. All multiples and threes.
Yeah.
And a bit of a tough one to get out as well here.
Looking to absolutely draw it, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe even trying to roll Russells up.
Yeah,
and trying
that's
to just
the way
play
to
that
go.
pole, yeah. Geez, Omar's quick on the mat, isn't he? He just knows what he's doing and he just goes.
Has he made his correction?
Oh, look, you'd back him too every day of the week, wouldn't you? He's just so accurate with the way that he plays. That's outstanding bowling, isn't it? He's just out of this world, isn't he? Really, I mean, I think
He just knew that correction straight away. Didn't even have to think about it.
Well, I mean, look, and to be honest, his first one was probably all over it too.
Maybe a little tight heavy. Cutter's on a tighter line here.
It's not far away. It's just such a tough shot, isn't it? It's another 2. They just can't stop the run, can they?
Six ends in a row now, Deer Park.
I actually think, having watched last year, I know, speaking to Hammer, obviously it was disappointing that they ended up losing to Melbourne last year. I think Melbourne ended up finishing 3rd. Ended up kind of coming from nowhere to kind of take the win. I know obviously Deer Park were really despondent, but I know Hammer as a leader down there said that, we thought we played well, we thought we went all right. A couple of things we need to change up and we'll be back there again.
Mm-hmm.
I think the inclusions that they've made this year, I think we're just seeing Omar's skill as a skip in the back end, particularly in Pennant. It's really adding something to their side that I think will challenge Melbourne this year, who are still on top and the team to beat.
Yeah, they're doing well.
But I think, that's the kind of point of difference that puts Deer Park in a really strong position to win the title. Comes the Russell Green with a good start.
So I think Yarraville got up. Might be 18 points.
Oh, really? So what does that do to the ladder?
Ooh. Gets them closer. Closer to MCC.
No way. I think they're a pretty good side too, actually, Footscray. I think every year they're just thereabouts. They're always hard to beat. I think it's one of the tougher sides you play are the ones that are just always thereabouts.
Good call there from Cutter.
It's not far away. Oh, we've seen a few times actually on the backhand side that it's just holding a fraction more, I think, than players were expecting it to. Taking a little bit longer to get back.
See if Cobes can add this metre.
Oh, look, you'd back him every day of the week, wouldn't you, Matty? He's close.
He's very close. Very close.
Oh, that's such a good shot.
Oh.
Such a good shot.
Didn't move the balls much, did it?
With pace and just barely rolled it over. But he's been very good, hasn't he? He's such a class act. I know I've said it a few times, but I keep raving on about it. I think he's going to be one of the best players in Victoria, no doubt. And his potential, along with his brother, so limitless. And good people,
Yeah, no, they're amazing. I had a good chat to them before.
Oh,
Great weight for that, Lloyd.
well, I think he had to play that kind of weight because any kind of jack movement's probably a good thing. Oof. Not a bad result, though. Gives him 2 seconds and Sam's bowl catching. I think Hammer's going to try and...
Bit tighter.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and move this shot bowl around, move it one bowl around the jack. He likes
He's
it.
chasing it.
Oh, he's close, Matty. He's super close.
What a bowl.
Oh, outstanding. Outstanding. It's only one. So something similar from Russell, so similar type of pace.
it's going to be close to the jack. Oh, what a bowl.
A little bit of help there from the front bowl, but wasn't far away, really was. He played the right weight. And
Well, you're talking about that line that sort of holds, you know, if you give it a bit of pace.
correct. I think it was the right option, wasn't it, to play that front one. If it holds like it has been, you get the bowl. So what's Omar going to do, Matty?
Omar does what Omar does.
I think I actually back him to draw this, to be honest.
Jack
He's
back
going.
to Tim's.
I think he might just dead draw this cold. I have a feeling. You give it a look.
Get Case's bowl.
Oh, he's got through the hole. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, if he gets that junior bowl, it's a couple. Oh.
Oh, now he's got a...
Tough one. It's a tough little shot here for Cato, I tell you, because the people want to say, what's the difference between a really, really good bowler and a champion? I think this display from Omar is exactly what it is. Every single bowl he has looks like it's going to score, looks like it's going to result. There's no wasted bowls at all. And it comes from technique. You know, his technique is so consistent, so solid. Every bowl just is a chance. I think he might get this bowl clean, Matty.
Well, I think he slide in and get the jack if he can.
He likes it. He likes it.
It's holding. It's holding.
Oh, Matty.
Oh.
Matty. Oh, he's had twice just had the worst results there. Sergio's probably the luck MCC needed earlier in the game.
Yeah.
You know, a couple for Omar to miss like that just fractionally might have been able to get them a few ends together to try and save the game. At the end of the day, they were just probably a little bit too good.
Well, we might see if we can get Brad to move our cameras over. And see if we can get the end of the Gallagher-Pearce rink. Lloyd, what do you reckon?
Well, I can't see why not. It's Friday night. It's Premier Division Bowls. Why wouldn't you want to keep watching?
So for those viewers who've just joined us, the live stream rink has finished. They've reached their 21 ends. But Brad, our amazing camera person, is going to see if they can move the cameras over one rink, which will be the Gallagher and Pearce rink, and they've got probably 2 ends to go.
I guess we're looking at, I think probably the big boards now gone. 56 to 77 is 21 shots. Scotty Mortimer's beaten Ryan Bester 21-13.
So it's going to be rink wins here.
So I think I think rink wins are going to be really important, to be honest. I think as many points as both these sides can get will be crucial for the end of the season. Deer Park, obviously, as we discussed earlier, trying to fight for that top 2, would love nothing more than getting all 18. In the same way, MCC trying to get into finals and stay away from that 8th shot. If they can pick up a rink, would be huge. Not going to be easy, though.
So Brad's doing some amazing work to try and...
We don't give Brad enough credit on this stream, just Kyle. He does an outstanding job.
We just... Uh-oh.
By the way, everyone, that's not Brad. That's
me.
That's Matt. That's doing the controlling.
Just stay with us, guys. We're trying our best to get these cameras over. Some of the players probably don't even know we're filming.
Correct. So as we do a quick rundown of, we've got 2 ends to go on this rink. On the mat now is Chris Ball, who is of course the expert commentator, and
this is amazing.
It's good to see him playing, isn't it? It's good to see him out there, which, you know, obviously we get to hear his voice a lot of the Friday nights. Now we get to see him in action. And Chris, of course, been a Premier Division skip for obviously Deer Park now. Played at Moonee Ponds, won a premiership there. Very, very credentialed bowler. Very credentialed bowler. I think he's won under 25s state championship. Been around for a long time now, and is one of the best going around. And then, of course, the skip, James Pearce, also currently in the state side. So, a bit stiff there. And then, of course, the Brendan Gallagher rink's almost identical to the one we saw at Mentone. Maybe.
Yeah. I think we were missing Simon Norton.
Yeah. Which I'm sure he's watching.
Yeah, I saw him jump on before.
One of the nicest guys going around, Simon. I don't know the second for Deer Park. I know the lead, Tom Hicks. He played in the VBL for Deer Park, and he's a specialist lead. He's an outstanding player. So. Brendan playing big weight here. And he's got the jack, and I think... Has it stayed in, Matty? It has. So after all that hard work setting up the cameras, he's put the jack in the ditch. We can't see it, but I can tell you that it is 1 to MCC, but it's about 2 metres away.
It's dropped.
It's just gone out.
Oh, yeah, Beck just said it's gone out, so I thought I'd come and tell you.
Have you lost a game yet?
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and we held match on the last game. We were 5 down, we held 6. And Brendan numbers his got the 3. Yeah, the boys are playing well.
Also, the skipper's going all right too. I look over.
Sorry? Well, thank you for staying with us. We had some technical problems that we've solved. We are on the last end here.
Last end.
Yep.
For Brendan Gallagher. Needs 10 to win. I think they might struggle to do that, Matty. I think it might be at least 16 points for MCC. At the moment, Ryan Tainton's on the mat with 2 bowls to go against Michael Wilson. They're 4 up, and at the head, I think they're 2 down. So still a chance there for MCC to grab 2 points. And here we've seen Lockie White's got 2 on the jack, so good start there from Lockie.
Otherwise known as Baywatch.
Yes, Baywatch.
Didn't chase his bowl down, did he?
Didn't chase his bowl down. Very disciplined, isn't it?
That is.
They're probably the only 2 good bowls he's put down. No, it's not true at all. He's played some very nice bowls, but
Got a promotion with a couple people being away, I heard.
yeah, well, he's played the majority of the season in the ones and went to New Zealand with a couple of mates and missed a game and came back, played the first one in the 2s, and then got a call up this week and seems to have delivered. So
Yep, that's what you take your opportunities, Lloyd.
that's it, mate.
This is Scotty Majon.
It could be 4 there, Matty. Over on the other rink, I think it might be 1 to MCC, so that is a win to Ryan Tainton. So it looks to me like at this stage, in fact, it's definitely 18 points to 0 to Deer Park. So as we said, for their aim to get into the top 2, very, very important. And MCC to try and get into the 4, avoid 8.
We said that at the start. This is a massive game for both clubs.
Great shot here. Chris Ball, he knew he was on as well, I reckon. He's just, you can't see it on the camera, but he's just given a little wink over to the live stream, done a couple of shooting the guns, blowing a kiss. I think he had a feeling he knew he was on there.
Comments of quick. He did his job with the first one though, didn't he, Lloyd?
Certainly did. This one looks like he's close to the bowl, Matty. Oh, he's got a piece, has he? Oh. Played the perfect weight, didn't he, to sit it through. So as we come to an end here, we watch the last kind of 4 bowls. Matty, thank you again for having me.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure, Lloyd. As soon as I knew I was teaming up with you, I was excited.
Well, we're going to have to work on the name, and
I know.
We'll get there someday. I know the crowd will be calling back for Chris and Jimmy, but it's a different voice is not always the worst, Matty.
I'd love to get involved with finals. I reckon they can bring us in there, Lloyd.
I was thinking like some, like a courtside commentator or something like that. We just get right up in the action, do a couple of interviews.
That's it.
Comes Brendo. Oh, he's close.
Looking to promote.
No, that'll do it. Question there from Snorkel was just what happens if we go. Chris says no worry about it. We'll only be 3. We're 1 down already.
Can he get down?
He's close. He's just giving that a back edge. Oh, Matty. So all it needed was a little roll.
Does he get rid of this?
Oh, he's got to get rid of it. Question there is how much weight, but he's got to try and... I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's not going to get them the rink win, but shots could come into it. So it doesn't seem to me like he can drop a number here.
So he's got to shoot it out with his forehand.
Yeah, he's playing quite firm pace, quite assertive at it.
Yep, it's pretty close.
Yeah, he's got
Needs
it
to
all the way.
hold.
Yeah, never looked like missing it. Oh, he's only got it. Doesn't move far when they hit it, does it?
He just hit it.
I think that'll be 1 to MCC. Yep. And that'll about do it.
That's it. Well, thank you so much for watching BVTV, the BCIB Premier League, Friday night.
How good a Friday night.
And that's the start of round 13. We've gone through 3 games tonight. Got 2 more tomorrow. Pretty sure we've got Melbourne playing Fitzroy at Fitzroy.
Oh, okay, yep.
And Bundoora, Richmond Union, and that's at
2
Bundoora.
big games. 2 big games, really. 2
Well,
upsets.
Bundoora,
then.
we're looking to keep in touch with that top 3.
Well, of course, there's not long to go now. We're now in, it's almost February, and moving round comes...
Very soon.
Yeah, next week I think it's the double header. So I think we'll see, I'm not sure who's live streaming next week, Matty, but next week I think we'll see the ladder starting to take shape.
Yep. And I think there's a score from Clayton here, 61, 58, after end 62.
There you go. So it's a clinker. Can you ask Brad if we can get down to that game, or is it a bit too far away and take the trip down the highway?
No, I don't think he's going to do that. Well, thank you so much for watching. BVTV will be back next Friday. I'm sure they'll be in the socials who we've got. I'm not quite sure. I haven't done that part of my research. But thanks again for watching. Thanks, Lloyd.
Thanks, Matty.
See you,
Happy
mate.
bowling to everyone.
Yeah.